I can't move the individual units. Obasi, you're going to want to take the helm.
Can you not move them? That can be fixed.
I move like the entire background.
Oh, on the left, flip to players.
Characters. No. Oh wait, wrong. You can sit on either side. It doesn't matter wherever y'all can sit wherever you want. That was the funniest text message ever.
That took longer than expected. Sorry.
Welcome back. We're live and we're fixing to roll.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody ready?
Yes, sir.
Lost, Lax,
I'm ready.
Kwani,
Rapidly working on it, but I'm good.
Okay. I leave now because DM view. All right, so just to give you guys kind of a heads up on what this is a one shot in the 40k universe, specifically the Wrath and Glory rule set. This is a simplified version of the Wrath and Glory rule set. This is a one shot that was designed to basically kind of introduce us to the game and kind of get our feet wet. So it is a much reduced. Think of it like D&D without all of the extra complicated stuff, just the basics. It's kind of what we got here. Some of Wrath and Glory is a little bit more simplified than D&D, and some of it is vastly more complicated. That being said, we won't go into much of that. We'll do that later on in subsequent streams. What you guys need to know is we are in the Gilead system. The way Warhammer works is the Imperium of Man is the kind of the human side of things. They have spread out throughout the galaxy and more or less own millions of worlds. They faster than light travel is accomplished by going into the warp, which is basically a completely different realm where the laws of physics and everything else no longer applies, where emotion and feelings and all of that have literally created gods that want to affect the real world but are incapable of touching our world except through rifts and through what they call psychers. However, they can use their influence to corrupt and eventually change and disrupt the world that we see. And so they may not be able to physically touch it, but under certain circumstances they can, and that touch can quickly be pretty nasty. Not only that, but they have very little care for their own minions, and they're all basically at each other's throats. So all four of the gods don't like each other, and they all fight amongst themselves and even each other. So it's not uncommon for one of the gods to have his own people fight amongst themselves instead of together, just for their amusement. What has happened recently in the last 100 years is a catastrophic event called I forget the actual name of it, but basically a giant warp rift has opened up, the Great Rift, and it has sealed off this system. So we are basically trapped in this place. We can't leave. The only people in the last 100 years who have made the trip and survived is one group of the oh crap, what are they called? The privateer people, basically. It's not royal traders. Oh, I forget what it's called.
Rogue traders.
Rogue traders, yeah. One of the rogue traders managed to make it in from the outside. But that is the only group that has come in, and he basically more or less rules the system now. Now, unlike in a normal, as we humans would think, a lot of planets get colonized here that wouldn't necessarily normally be colonizable. So you have like giant manufactoriums, which are basically, just think of them as giant factory worlds that run. Those factory worlds may not be habitable without heavy augments or living underground or special equipment. Then you've got your, what do you call them? Basically your farming planets, which produce the food for pretty much the rest of the system. You've got holy planets. There's a lot of different types of planets that wouldn't necessarily, we would think in like modern era that we wouldn't necessarily set up. Today, our adventure will be taking place on a planet called Enoch, which is a former, basically it was a world that was set up for pilgrimages.
Dude,
It was all,
this is like literally a ripoff of the biblical story and the like the Book of Enoch. Like, this is ridiculous.
I think, well, we'll continue. So Enoch is a world where a bunch of pilgrims would come and worship the emperor and go on their pilgrimage. And traveling in the warp is not cheap. Most people never leave their planet. Many people never leave their hive city. Think of giant apartment complexes that are 1,000 stories tall that you just live, work in, and never leave. That's how small of a space people are kind of used to living in. Human life is less than worthless in this universe. People are very hard, and life is not valuable at all. So these people, these pilgrims that had traveled here, a lot of them were rich, a lot of them were wealthy, a lot of them were spoiled rotten brats. And now all of a sudden they're trapped here. They have no skills, they have no talents, they have nothing. They're used to sucking on that trust fund, and now all of a sudden that trust fund is, not only is the trust fund gone, you're homeless and you're stuck on a planet that you've never, you don't know anybody. And now multiply that times millions, and you've got this group of people that is very upset and very disillusioned and more or less just got fucked by basically a catastrophic natural disaster, and now they're stuck here. Now you can't get rid of them because you can't send them home, and there has actually been, the Inquisitors have recently gone on a cleanse where they kind of went through and cleaned everything up because they thought there were a bunch of heretics, and it turns out that might have just been manipulation by some of the locals to cleanse the population down a little bit. So the Inquisitors are currently trying to atone for that great accident. But anyways,
wait. Why are they atoning for killing life that isn't valuable?
Well, the Inquisitors are designed to wipe out heresy. They were told that certain people were heretics, and a few 100,000 people were killed, and then it turns out they weren't heretics. And so basically they killed loyal emperor's people, and that's why they're atoning. Their life doesn't have value, but you still don't go out and kill the emperor's people because they still have use.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
You still have rules. You don't go kill people for no reason.
Yeah, but why are people considered valuable if they're? I mean, like you
it's
can't.
It's not necessarily a value. It's the fact that their job is to purge evil. They purged people that weren't evil.
Yeah, I get that part. But never mind. It's just you're fucking.
It's 40K. Just run with it.
So anyways, the problem that they have is Enoch previously had ample fish. It was a world that was so ripe you could walk out into the surf and basically just grab dinner with your bare hands and then walk back in. The problem is now that the rift has opened up, chaos is starting to seep through, the things are starting to mutate, and the creatures in the ocean are no longer easy catches and friendly. In fact, the fishermen have started to have to armor their ships. They're no longer going out in like little dinghies. They're having to go out in armored ships, and some don't come back at all. Where the food previously was appetizing and delicious, now it's frequently tentacled and horrible. As the corruption continues, there's worry that what little sustenance they're able to get from the ocean now may not be gettable in the future, and starvation and hunger and droughts are a real thing. The two biggest components on Enoch that all of these people are desperate for is food and water. The water is naturally salty, so it cannot be drunk without without special attachments or augments or desalinization. And unfortunately, the few desalinization plants that are around are in poor repair. The technology and the ability to repair them has kind of faded over time, and basically they're just producing like 5 or 10% of their normal output. So you're being sent down by the rogue trader on a mission to figure out what is going on in this town. Rumor has it that there is a saint of the emperor that is providing water freely to people. However, you're getting conflicting results because you're also hearing that there are people that are bartering and selling this water. So you're not sure if it really is being given away for free, or if there's multiple factions, or if there's something kind of evil here where people are, ripping people off for basic necessities. And on top of that, no one is aware in the ecclesiarchy of a emperor saint in the area, or specifically a saint that can produce water. It's not unknown for saints to be able to produce miracles, but this is an unknown saint, and it is quite possible it is a heretical chaos implementation. And so the Inquisitor in your party is being sent to kind of make that judgment call. If you find out that it is heresy and it is evil, you're to put it down with extreme prejudice. Likewise, if it does turn out that it is an emperor's saint, then you're supposed to protect it and kind of embrace it. So that's kind of what you guys are being sent down to investigate. So you're currently in a little lander flying down. Obasi is currently flying the ship because he's the rogue trader. Thinks he's fancy shit, and then you have the tech priest kind of flying secondary, just in case he messes up. Let me read this little bit. The characters have been assembled by Jacob Veronius at the request of the Ecclesiarchy, tasked with investigating a troubling matter on the Gilead System Shrine World. They are strapped into the once opulent seats of the Aquila Lander, a high-end Imperial transport craft flying from the Obasi's Imperial cruiser to the fishing village of Morncleft. They have been told to meet a local Ecclesiarchy enforcer, a privately hired law enforcer who will explain their mission. The lander is lit with candles and the glow of a hololith, a technological device little understood even by Delta Cygnus 45, which projects flat hologram pits of Enoch with accompanying information. You guys are welcome to ask any questions now that you guys have before we do landing. Okay. Crickets.
When do we kill stuff?
Soon enough, my friend. Soon enough. All right, let me catch up on chat real quick. Afternoon, guys. I won't be chatting with you guys directly because I'm GMing, so I'll have to catch up with you guys afterwards. But thank you all for watching. I appreciate it, and hopefully you guys will enjoy. All right, so as you guys are coming down, let's see. You guys bump into some turbulence. The hololith projector starts blinking in and out, and we're starting to get some warning klaxons, and it looks like Obasi might be losing control of the ship. Obasi, I need you to roll 4d6, and we're going to see if you can pull off saving the ship from horrible disaster. Okay, so the way the system works here, shit.
Have him roll piloting.
Roll piloting, sorry. So basically the system works here is you have a 1 through 6 system. 5 is a 1 through 3 is a fail, 5 is a pass, 6 is a critical pass. So this is a difficulty, has a certain difficulty setting with it, and you have to have a certain number to pass that difficulty setting. So Abasi, click on piloting for us. That should roll what we need. There you go. So it looks like a critical pass, so that's a 2. And
3
That's it.
fails.
so if it's equal to the number, it fails?
I mean, he needed 3 to pass, right?
No, hang on. 1 second. Equal or more icons to the difficulty, you succeed. Okay, so he succeeded because it's a difficulty test of 2. All right, you regain control of the aircraft. Delta Cygnus does not have to take over, and you managed to pull off a relatively smooth landing. As you guys approach Morncleft, you notice that it is a village shaped loosely like a V. It's wrapped around a deep crevice that parts a set of towering shoreline cliffs. You notice a bunch of boats of various size hanging into the crevasse, well above the churning surface of the ocean, each connected by long cables to mechanical winches on top of the cliff. So basically the boats have to be lowered, several hundred feet into the ocean. To the north, a large mountain rises easily 3,000 meters tall. Atticus, you notice that one face has been carved into an exalted likeness of Tigranus Delir, the former chapter master of one of the Absolvers. He's a gargantuan and gazes out to the sea. Morncleft appears to have less than 50 buildings. A curving fortified wall with gun emplacements surround the village, all the way to the cliffs. Beyond the village, a shanty town stretches off towards the horizon. As the sunset, hundreds of street fires spring to life, and the lander gracefully drops the characters off at a small landing pad near the cliff. A heavy-built woman wearing an armored body glove waits them.
What does points of glory do?
Points of glory are things that you can be awarded for specific spectacular tasks, and they allow you, if I recall, to re-roll dice. So for instance, if we were doing a normal campaign, I might have granted Obasi a glory point for not wrecking you guys into the side of cliff coming down, and so due to that, he would be able to re-roll the dice on a failure later on in the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Second. All right, so you guys exit the lander and you bump into a woman who meets you. Let's see. She's got an augmented rebreather installed, so that the chemicals don't. No, never mind. That was removed, of course. Back. Right. All right. Any questions before we get started?
No, not yet.
All right. So as you guys exit, a woman approaches you. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Nice to see you all. Desperately needed down here. Is this all that there is?
Were you expecting a parade?
Funny. Well, I'm the only law enforcement that is here, and I am severely undertaxed. There should be at least 50 enforcers for a city and encampment of this size, so this should be quite the challenge. This will be interesting. Have you
I'm
guys...
not concerned about your petty problems. I'm here to determine whether we have heresy or not.
Well, that would be my problem, which apparently is your problem. If you guys would kindly follow me, I will show you to my house and we can discuss. She walks you to her humble abode. It's small. It's nothing special. As you guys walk down, you notice that it's kind of getting closer and closer to the evening. You can smell the ocean, and you can see that the local fishermen are chopping up what kind of looks like fish, but there are tentacles and things obviously are not natural. Something has gone awry, and they're throwing all of the fish pieces and such into buckets. As you arrive, she lets you guys get comfortable. Do we have a token for her?
Nope.
Okay. Can I have one of the gangers for her, I guess?
Sure. Where do you want her? On the...
Left of the main table in the center.
So you want to bring everyone else onto this map?
Yep, one sec. Oh, no, everybody's too small.
Fancy.
Okay, so that's gonna be me. Okay. All right, well, as you may have heard, we have a rather nasty problem here. With all of the pilgrims that were left behind and no work for them, we've got a massive food shortage. The village here, along with our tie to the Emperor, we do our best to try and feed everyone that we can, but with the changes to the ecosystem recently, our ability to feed ourselves, much less to give anyone any charity, has gone downhill, and this has led to the uprising of several undesirables, cults, including the cannibalistic kind, several other nasty groups of gangsters, and as you can expect with any kind of shortage that we are running into, it's been particularly nasty outside the gates. At least inside you're relatively safe and we have some form of law and order, but outside with the rest it is pretty grim. Unfortunately, we have heard rumors recently of some kind of saint that is producing water, and as you can tell, with being this close to the ocean, there is no fresh supply of water here other than the desalination plants, and they don't produce much. So a water source that is magically appearing is definitely desirable, but we want to make sure that it is not evil or corrupting our already dire situation, which is why you guys are here. In a moment, I will take you out on the wall, and you guys will be able to experience the feeding time, where we give what little we have to the hordes out there. And I should be able to point out the group that, or groups that are known for giving out the water. We don't know where they get it, and we've heard rumors that sometimes they give it away for free, sometimes they charge exorbitant rates. And what's really disturbing me is people who do not associate with them, like do not take their water, are starting to disappear, and we don't know where they're going or why. We need you to find out where the water is coming from, why people are disappearing, and whether this is heretical or not. And if it is, put a stop to it, and if it is not, provide me the information so that we can take care of this person.
So let me understand this correctly. You have a shortage of food that could be harvested, but you have all of these workers that aren't doing it. Exactly why is that not your problem?
Because there's no food to harvest.
I saw them doing it from just as I came down. There was fishing.
Yes, we have 4 boats. You can't put 150,000 people on 4 boats. It's simple
Why can they
math.
not catch it from the shore?
Did you not see the 300-foot drop as you came in?
Apparently I didn't.
There's no way for them to reach down there, and the sea creatures are not exactly forthwith on harvesting. As the warp has changed them in the past decades, the fight that they put up has gotten particularly nasty. In fact, we've lost many fishermen and boats to the denizens of the deep, and we fear that we may not be able to use that as a resource for much longer. Not only that, but what fish we do get, not all of it is edible. Some of it has become mutated so far that it is no longer palatable to humans.
So how do they get into the water?
There are cranes that lower the boats from up here down into the water.
And you can't build elevators?
We could, but it's a sheer cliff. I mean, we would have to build a beach down there for them. It's just not possible. I mean, they could walk several dozen miles over to the shores, I'm sure, and maybe try down there, but there are people that live over there. You realize this is not just a local phenomenon. We have millions of refugees that have flown to Enoch and have been trapped here for the last 100 years, and those millions of people have had children and spread, and this planet was never meant to house this number of people. The trade from the Empire and from the farm worlds was what allowed us to be the pilgrimage planet, and now that we can no longer do that, we can't even sustain ourselves with what we have, much less the millions of refugees. It is
Sounds
a dire
like
situation.
an incompetence of management to me.
Well, you are more than welcome to bring that up with your superiors. Maybe they will put you in charge. Any other questions? Let me show you the feeding time, and I will point out the individuals that may be able to lead you to your quest. Is it possible to just fade it out now, Lost?
You want just a blank screen?
Basically, yeah.
Take him back to the title.
Okay, cool. All right, so Rashida leads you out to, and you can see the fishermen are bringing buckets out to the walls and to the gates of the city. It's a terrifyingly small amount of food for the large amount of people that you can hear on the other side of the wall. Rashida calls this feeding time, and she leads you towards the fortified walls as twilight descends on the village. As you approach the wall, characters easily hear what sounds like hundreds of people shouting on the far side. Callan directs the characters to a shuttered blind at the top of the wall near a gun emplacement where they can look out without being seen. There are hundreds and thousands of people along the wall, mostly standing in groups. The majority are dressed in rags. Many are brightly lit up with glowing skin plants and in vibrant colors along their arms and occasionally faces. A wave of just this disgusting, pungent smell of humanity hits you guys as it's obvious that this crowd has absolutely zero hygiene and has not showered or have access to even the most basic of amenities. Let's see. So while I'm explaining what's going on here, Delta Cygnus, if you want, you can do an awareness test to see if you can see anything.
Do I have to do rank for anything, or just leave it as none?
Leave it as none.
Okay. So let me see what happens because of your failure. Okay, nothing. All right.
I just see a crowd of people
All right.
that are somehow surviving on this puny amount of fish.
Yeah, well, I mean, and y'all got to realize it's not even like, we're not even giving them the good kind of fish. I mean, these guys are getting like tentacled fish anuses. I mean, it's fucking disgusting.
Really? So is there any cannibalism that goes on?
Yeah, rampant. Constantina, well-versed in religious iconography and behaviors, immediately notices a group clad in modest robes with blue-green skin plants that shimmer like the sun on water. The crowd parts for them easily. You point them out.
I mean, okay.
I'm just
Hi.
letting you know what you see. You don't have to point it out, but you can if you want.
I don't know what they are.
It's a group of people that seems to be...
There's a group of people with blue shit on their skin that I know a lot about over there.
Yes, those are the water bringers. Those are the people that rumor has it are having the saint and producing the water. We don't know anything about them or where they're from, where their hangout is, but that could possibly be the group.
So you suspect that this is... God, dude, I can't even fucking do the voice. So you suspect that this is the group of people you don't actually know?
Correct. We don't have, like I said, I'm the only person that can keep law here. I do not have the manpower to track everyone down, and there are a lot more of them than there are of me. And as you can tell, if I were to go out there, I would very quickly, most likely, meet my demise, and then my post would be left unmanned. That is why you are here.
Okay, so are you asking us to do this for you then?
Yes, that's y'all's duty is to find what's going on. Now, you don't necessarily have to follow these people in robes. Other people can perform checks of various types if they would like.
Sure, what do I have to do to get information? Awareness?
Awareness, yes, for you.
Ooh, fancy dice.
What in the fuck?
How come he gets fancy dice?
I don't even know what those were.
Those, it's the number of notches for those.
Okay, so he got a 5 and a 6. So that is a 2 and a 3. Doesn't tell me what the test is.
Which one are you?
Page 10. Atticus.
Yep.
I don't see a test for it though. Just
Or up
what he-
above, it's a DN3.
Okay, so he passes. All right. Atticus, you notice the crowd parting reluctantly for another group. This group has dark red and silver flickering skin plants, making it appear as though crimson tinged rain is flowing over their skin. Unlike the other shanty folk, they are not emaciated. In fact, they look well muscled, relatively healthy, and it is clear to you and your Astartes senses that they pose a significant combat threat. This group is known as the Deluge.
I will point them out. Hey, there's another group over there. Red, very well muscled. Look like they've been eating rather well. People moving out of the way from them.
Yes, that's the other group. They call themselves the Deluge. We don't know much about them. Rumor has it they also are part of the Cabal, I guess you would say. We're not quite sure how the two groups are intertwined, if they are at all, but that is the two different groups that seem to be at the center of this. You have the monks that seem to be more of a holy order. They seem to be more kind and giving. And then you have the other group that is, well, not.
Yeah, they seem to pose a much more significant threat than the others.
For sure. For sure. They could put up a fight where the monks definitely could not. And that may be the setup there. The gangsters could be running the monks and keeping them locked up. I don't know. It will be for you to find out.
There's no end to what you don't know. I think we're better off on our own.
Fair enough. Anyone else want to point anything out or look at anything?
Can I take the gun?
What? No. But you can do a roll if you would like of some kind, an awareness test to see if you can see anything.
I thought I did, and I thought I failed.
That was earlier.
Oh,
I
is
believe.
that something different?
Yes. I don't think we've gotten to you yet.
Okay,
You're
let me
Delta
know.
Cygnus, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll 4. Okay, you did. Wow. Okay. Nothing. You notice absolutely.
Again, it's just a crowd of people.
You notice
I
absolutely
do see
nothing.
thousands of people that are hungry.
I thought
All
I was
right.
supposed to have like the supervision or something.
So nightfall starts to kind of roll in. The crowd outside, getting what little food they have, is now starting to turn away and disperse. It's up to you guys. If you like, she will put you up for the night, or you can start following these people now, or what would you like to do?
I'd say we just go follow. We were probably well rested from the trip down.
Yeah, so okay, here's my initial thought of this. I think we should probably okay, so if guys, I'm talking to my group at this point. I don't think we can do anything about the starvation and the water stuff because I don't think that's part of any of this, although I have ideas. That's up to the DM, I guess.
That is not part of your mission. Your
Okay,
mission
so-
right now is strictly to figure out where the water's coming from, whether it's evil, and if it is, put a stop to it. Find out basically what's going on, and then make a judgment call.
Yeah, I definitely think we should go after the muscled up guys.
Okay.
Very well, works for me.
All right. One second. All right, so as you guys, let me get back to her real quick. Canlan offers to put you guys up for the evening if you need it. You have a kind of a safe refuge to fall back to if you need it. Otherwise, she gives you guys access, and she shows you a kind of a secret way out. It's a tunnel that allows you to slip out into the village unseen and doesn't affect the security of the town. When you get out there, the shanty town surrounding Morncraft is enormous, brightly colored, and smells abysmal. It is loud with the sounds of people, but the heavy chugging of industry, vehicles, and other imperial machinery is conspicuously absent. So for Delta Cygnus specifically, it's almost like an anathema. It's in most places you just loud noises constantly. It's like a factory. Here there is no technology. It's almost medieval. The only sources of light are fires, the glow of personal skin plants, and a few jealously guarded sputtering electronic lumens. Let's see. So you guys are following the other guys back, correct?
The dudes, yes.
All right.
The deluge. The people that I was named after. Yes.
Second. All right, so do y'all want to follow them? Do you want to approach them? What are you wanting to do?
Follow them.
Follow them?
I mean,
Right.
that's what I'm saying to my group. I don't know what they want to do.
Yeah, we're all following them.
All right. You follow them kind of back to this almost like a little tent-like hut on the side of one of the walls of a dilapidated building, and they just kind of hang out there. And you can tell that this isn't the place you're looking for because there's just not much here. But you have a few people here that you could interact with in some way.
It doesn't look like anything we need is here. Should we even bother with them, or should we go check the other people? If we can even find them.
I mean, at this point, they're gone. You'd have to wait till the next day.
I'm talking to my group, not you.
I'd like to talk to the group if we can.
Okay.
All right. So, Constantina, give me. I guess go ahead and do your talk.
So I walk up to the group of guys and introduce myself. I am Constantina, Sister of Battle, and I am here to find heresy. Can you tell
Sister
me
of Battle, huh?
Watch your tone? Are you to tell me that I am observing men who obviously are quite well fed in a world that is obviously starving? Exactly what is your secret?
Well, she's got eyes. Can't blame her for that. But she's got an attitude problem. I don't think I like that very much. They kind of joke and more or less just ignore your question.
I blast one of them in the face.
How about you give me an intimidation check?
I blast one of them in the face.
You want to blast one of them in the face?
Atticus will draw his weapons.
All right. We'll do it that way. All right, Jay. Go ahead and I guess give me an attack roll.
Okay, is that under combat?
I think it's under equipment. Right, Lost?
Combat. Combat, select what you use to smash this guy in the face.
All right, so damage of 10. Hang on one second. Let me get to where we are. Changing it up on me just a bit. All right, so you hit this guy for 10. You fucking drop his ass right there. Just his head fucking explodes, sprays blood and brain matter all over his friend. His body just drops like a bag of rocks. The dude next to him looks at his friend whose head is no longer there and kind of pisses himself a little bit.
I
No.
said, where do you get your food?
Right. Second. Okay, so he after pissing himself, he's now visibly intimidated. He he's like, I don't know, man. I just joined up. It was either this or starve. I don't know much about it. You want to talk to Tybalt? He's the one who knows anything. I don't know anything. Just don't hurt me.
That's all I required. Now, you will join us.
Dude, they'll mess me up.
Did you just see what I did?
All right. He's over here. Just don't hurt me, okay?
As long as you do what I say.
So he leads you down a couple alleys and around a back way, and brings you to a slender. Well, actually, I think I've gotten this confused a little bit.
Just roll with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Dang it. Okay. You approach a slender man, and he's got blonde hair, or dark blonde hair, and he's got the skin plants very similar to the man you're bringing up. He kind of measures you guys up pretty quickly, and obviously has a little bit more respect than the two idiots that you bumped into. Damn, those are some fine weapons you got there, my friends.
Your follower here, minus the other who provided too much of his opinion, decided that we could talk to you as to where we are getting their food.
I mean, the food just kind of comes as part of the deal. We don't really deal in food. I mean, we deal in water. I mean, the name of the group is Waterbringer after all. But once you've got one thing that people need, you can trade it for the other, and it kind of just works itself out from there.
Excellent. Two birds with one stone. Where is the water coming from?
They don't tell me that, but
Who's
I can.
they?
Oh, hello. And who might you be, sir?
None of your business. Who?
All right. I get it. The person you want to talk to is down the street. Name is Zol, XOL. She is about as charming as your friend here. She seems to be the one in charge of that side of things, and she should have all the information you guys want. Although I must warn you, she probably will put up a bit of a fight.
I like it when they scream.
Well, then you two are going to be a match made in heaven. Do swing back by here after y'all have y'all's conversation. I'd love to see how that one turns out. And I might have some work for you. Anyways, he points down the road towards a dilapidated 2-story building that is awful shape as it is, does seem to be in slightly better shape than most of the other stuff around. Let's see. It also looks like it might be part of an old desalinization plant, but you're not quite sure how well it's still functioning. It's about 50 meters long on each side. Most of the outer defenses have been stripped off. It might have once been an abandoned ecclesiarchy watch station. As you guys approach, a couple beefy meatheads block your path and ask What the hell you want?
We're here to speak with Zol.
Are you now? She know you're coming?
No.
All right. And how did you come across this information?
We were introduced to a gentleman named Ty.
Oh, Ty sent you, did he? Fucking pussy. All right, hang on a minute. A guy turns around, heads back in, and a few minutes later, we need one more bad guy on this floor. How do I make another bad guy? Oh, you're doing it. Okay, got it. Cool. Whoops. There. All right. So you're just gonna have to trust me that one of these guys is a female. Whoops, hang on.
Is there a way for you to like mark which one's the female?
Yeah, I can't hear in just a second. Okay, hang on. Downstairs, that's what we want, plus the other one. So, sorry, telling Lost what to make for us. All right, so guy walks in. You can see that the inside of the clubhouse looks kind of not terrible. There's a few amenities. He walks over. He kind of waves you guys into the courtyard here, and the big dude, like the living room here, and this dude stops. You can see off to your left there is a man standing guard over what looks like a basement, like a road down to, or a, what do you call it, staircase down to the basement. And then there is in the other room, there's a table where a couple people are sitting, and one of them is Zol. And you can hear a conversation going on. And then she and the guy that she's with, they come into the room.
Do I see anything fancy with my fancy goggles?
Well, here, hang on one second. Go ahead and give me can we do an awareness check with him, Lost? Do you know what the DN would be on that? Or can he set that?
Again, I can change base and bonus and rank. But then dice pool.
Just give me an awareness check and we'll fly with it. 5, 4, 3, 3. Okay, so that's success. Okay. You can see that the top floor has no life forms on it, but you kind of detect that there is a large gathering of people in the basement. You're not sure how many people there are in the basement, but there's a decent number. So it could be somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 10 people in the basement. That's about all you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Zol walks around the corner with her boy toy and well, what do you want? We're busy. You're interrupting my dinner.
My name is Constantina. I am a sister of the battle, sister of battle of the Adepta Sororitas. I'm here to determine if there is heresy going on with this free water being provided?
Zol looks at Atticus and his clearly gene modded self. She looks over at the tech priest and his get up, and then eyeballs you rather firmly. She's kind of assessing you guys, and you can see that she's taking you guys a little bit more seriously than some of the other people have. I don't know what you're talking about when it comes to heresy or free water, because we don't give anything away for free around here. But if you guys are looking for more information, we can go downstairs and have a chat about it. I can introduce you to the rest of the crew.
Okay, so because I would have been told about the people downstairs by my bot thingy or whatever, right?
It's up to him.
I wasn't gonna say anything because there's no reason. It's like, yeah, it's a building full of people. Yep.
Awesome. Okay.
Perfect. Let's go downstairs then.
All right. So she kind of points.
Would we know that he can see around?
Yes. Well, I
Yes.
mean,
Hey, Delta,
knows-
can you check the building? Make sure it's secure. See if there's anyone else.
Well, if the bitch over there insists, yes, there are people downstairs.
yes, of course there are. I just told you we're going downstairs to meet them. Are we good?
I don't see why we wouldn't be.
All right, so she kind of steps aside and points to her right, and then everyone starts funneling downstairs.
Why don't you show us the way?
Okay. And she steps to her. So they head downstairs. Do y'all follow?
Yes.
All right. Lost, can you move these 5 to downstairs?
Yep. Give me 1 second. If you'd have the party arrange themselves out there going downstairs as well, that'd be appreciated.
Yep. Set you guys up how y'all want to walk down the stairs. Keep in mind, Atticus, in any combat situation, always gets to go first.
I think that's how we're going. Unless
All
Jay
right.
wants to be behind me.
You don't have any kind of like protective shit, right?
I really don't know. I think
None
I
of you
have-
have any special abilities
Yeah.
other than just fucking shit up.
I
In
have a
the
defense
actual
of
game,
3
you
and
would-
resilience of 9 and 11 wounds. I'm guessing that's HP.
I have
Basically, the
both.
way it works is when you get hit, your yes, lost all that. Yes. Basically the way it works is you have your defense, I think it is that what the thing is called? Yeah, defense is the dice modifier. So like if your gun runs, let's say 6 die, you roll 6 die, and if you get 3 or more, then you hit. So let's say you do 10 damage. If your resilience is 5, then you take 5 actual damage, and those damage comes into wounds. So like let's say you have 10 wounds, you take 5 damage, or you take 10 damage and you have 5 resilience. That 5 resilience wipes out 5 damage, which means you take 5 wounds, which means you have 5 wounds left. If your wounds hit 0, you die.
Me and Atticus have the exact same defenses, so we're just gonna go with this.
Cool. Works for me. All right. This is a very, very crowded room now.
Yes, it is.
Oh boy. All right. So as you guys come down the stairs, you notice there is a big dude in. Oh, here, let me.
Can you mark Zol again, please?
I think she's still marked.
Yeah,
Pearl-
she's
Two
still
people below
marked.
you.
For
Oh,
all
I see it
intents
now.
and purposes, Zol is just a normal person here, but she's nothing special other than just the person who led you down here.
Okay.
What I mean by that is she's not like a boss character.
I just, yeah, never mind.
All right, so the Deluge do in fact have a desalinization unit in the basement, one that has been very heavily modified. So much so that just looking at it, Delta Cygnus knows that it is tech heresy. It is inefficiently processes water out of blood, leading the populace of Morncraft to sinful imbibing. The basement is just fucking disgusting. There are body parts strewn out all over the place. You can see a half dismembered corpse in the back right where men are proceeding to chop them up. There are giant buckets of blood just stored throughout the room. And there's a giant man in the center who's covered in just scar tissue, blood, and some skin, some brilliant crimson skin plants, and like a loincloth, and that's about it. He's got a giant hand cannon and a chain axe that looks like it was put together from like a rusted butcher shop. And he greets you all as you come downstairs. Oi! You're a full course meal with all the trimmings! And he points at you, the Sister of Battle, and says, you can be dessert. I see my mate Zol brought you down to meet the family.
I quietly whisper to the rest of the party that this screams heresy. And everyone should be eliminated with extreme prejudice.
And you notice that now that Calbraxis has basically welcomed you all and threatened to make you dinner, everyone starts pulling out their chain swords. And it looks like you guys are about to have some fun. All right, Atticus, you are up first. What do you do?
Do we want to fight this, or do we want to run?
They're pulling swords and gonna hit you. So, up to you guys.
I'm good for dying with the cause.
All right.
For glory.
For the Emperor. And I will shoot the closest guy to me.
All right, the one in the top.
Yep.
Okay, all right, still don't know. Damage 16. All right, so that one up there in the top, your bullet holes just rip right through him. You fire a salvo of 3 shots and hit him right about the belly button size and punch a basketball size hole right through his back. As your gun kicks up, you hit him right mid sternum, and then the last shot hits his head and sends it flying back and actually hits the dude behind him. Not necessarily causing any damage, but scaring the fucking shit out of that guy. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'll wait here.
Keep
I
in
don't think
mind
I have
you
a
do
second
have
attack, right?
you do have a second attack you can do if you want, but you can only do it once per game.
Yeah, I was about to say it's only once. That's my action surge. I want to use that.
All right, so you're saving that?
Yep.
Okay. So this guy down here steps forward, and let me see if I can figure out how to attack you.
Wait, isn't it Calabraxis has to go first?
No, these guys go in any order at this point. I get to pick.
There's an order already made, though.
Oh, is there?
Lost is slowly but surely heading in order.
You kind of jumped the gun there a bit, Pyro.
Fair enough. Okay, Calivraxis. All right. So, 12 meters. Oh, yeah, you're... I don't even know why I'm bothering. We're all point blank here for all intents and purposes. Calibraxus notices you, Atticus, just incinerate one of his guys, and he attacks you back with his hand cannon. Let's see. Find your stats. Kiss is a distance. Okay, hang on.
I'm a tank. I'm a tank. I'm a tank. I'm a tank. I'm a tank.
I
All
don't
right.
think that's gonna work here.
Yes, it will. I'm a tank.
So he does 12 damage to you. Your resilience, 9, 10, 11, 12 blocks all but 3. So you go from 11 wounds to 8. So you basically take 3 damage. All right. And then let's see who's up next. Constantina, you're up next.
So my character screams, rips out some of her hair, and says, "I will not tolerate this heresy!" And fires at Calibraxus.
Right. Praxis.
Roll on a
Damage.
critical hit table.
Damage of 11.
So how does crits work in this?
In this version, they basically don't. They give you an extra point of success, if that makes sense. So later on, when we actually get into the game and we don't have simplified combat, you guys will have skills, you'll have feats, combat will be crazy. But for right now, it's just roll dice. Okay, you did 11. He has a resilience of 7. So you did, wow. Okay. So you hit Calbraxis, and Calbraxis takes a step back as your rounds just slam into him, leaving just giant ragged holes of flesh. And he bounces off this butcher table behind him, just drenched in blood. And takes a moment to kind of recover himself, glares at you, and then rights himself. Sorry, I'm going to keep track of all this on paper right now because I don't know how to do it the other way. Okay. So next person, do you move or is that it, Jay?
Wounds are being tracked in character sheet for the enemies.
Oh, they are?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. I just double click them to. Oh, perfect. Okay. Good.
We'll move to there.
Okay. Seeing you. Well, wait a minute. Let's see. Actually, yeah. Seeing you cross his path, his feelings are hurt. So Deluge Ganger then pops off a few shots as you pass.
Which one?
The one right below her.
Okay.
And 2 success, that fails. So he shoots, and the rounds ricochet between you and Atticus, missing. You're up, Delta Cygnus.
I guess I'm gonna shoot the guy right below me.
Okay. Okay, you fucking hit him. You hit him good, and you blow him the fuck up. He is gone. And, in fact, you know what? I'm gonna do this too. Atticus, the guy behind the dude that you shot earlier, you took him out, and Delta Cygnus, you took the guy behind the guy. Like your bullets punched through and killed them, because you guys did enough damage to kill 2 people, and these guys are stacked up like fucking cordwood. So we'll do some
Oh,
collaterals.
so we just killed Zor. Cool.
So we'll do a few collaterals here.
I mean, half the damage was reduced by resilience. So, but sure.
Shut your whore mouth, EM. Okay. All right.
You are the DM.
I can talk to myself. One of the guys that was gonna roll died. Do we want to move another dude up, or do we want to let Abasi go?
Just move another guy there. That was
Okay.
just as for me to break it up so they could see how it worked.
Okay,
So-
hang on. Okay, so then the one that Constantine's approaching, she's gonna go ahead and hang on. Let me move him. He's gonna cut you off. Then he's going to attack you with his chainsword. And does 9 damage. You have a resilience of 9, so he hits you, but does no damage. And you kind of laugh it off, I guess. Perfect. All right, you're up, Abasi.
Guess I'll shoot someone.
Any particular one?
With an idiot that did no damage.
The idiot that did no damage. Okay, go ahead and roll for me. Five success. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. That's 12 damage. So resilience is good 5, 6.
Considering Lost just moved him off the map, I think he's dead.
He is. I wanted to see if you were going to do collateral damage there, just for my own personal. But I think your goal. Well, you might have, but resilience would have blocked it, so I think you'd have been fine even if you got hit. All right. So now what we're going to call the dark time is fixing to start, as all these guys get to attack you. So he's going to move up. Going to move up and attack you, Jay. And he does no damage. Okay. And then let's see who's next.
They are all so pathetic.
Doing this too
They're
much.
heretics. Do you really expect much?
This one squeezes in here. Trying to get a piece of you too. Oh man, he just fucking fails all over the place. Okay.
How did they manage this to get so far? Ha!
This one, let's see. They can move 6 meters, so that's 3 meters. Yep, he can do it. So he moves up here, and since she's talking so much shit, it angers this guy, and he tries to shove this up her ass. And that should have succeeded.
It did. It dealt no damage.
Okay, then. All right.
Ha
So that
Oh,
one,
they are pathetic entirely.
she enjoyed that one, apparently. This one's not able to get close enough. This one can. He's going to actually swipe at Delta Cygnus.
That
And-
should have been a DN2.
Oops.
Is a meter beat,
Mm-hmm.
so he would still be fine.
I mean,
Okay.
with a DN2, it would have succeeded because 2 4s would have been a hit.
That's what I said, isn't it? Meter beat.
Yeah.
I
So-
fucked up. We'll go ahead and just the reroll didn't work in my favor. So
Fair
the
enough.
rest of these guys are just gonna stack up here trying to get to you. And then we flip back around to Atticus. Oh my god, they're all lined up. Jesus Christ. All right, Atticus, you're up.
Is there disadvantage for being in melee?
No.
Oh.
Now,
There are complications, but we won't deal with them for now.
I think you're.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna put my bolt gun right to this guy's head in front of me. And miss.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you missed a point blank shot.
Actually, no. They have a DN of 2.
Oh.
Never mind. What do I have to roll?
Let's see.
Go
Damage,
ahead and roll 4 dice, please.
4d6. That's an 8 plus.
A single 4, so you'll deal 7, which will deal 2 to the guy. You do not kill him.
Oh, you already fixed it. Okay.
Oh, you can do a
And-
custom roll by at the top of the character screen.
I'll
Make
double
that-
tap him because he didn't die.
Okay, that one fucking hit. Okay, so that puts. We're gonna take 5 off, so that leaves us 9. Which 5, and then the other one won't punch through. So not enough to punch through, but you do kill him. So he's deceased now. All right, and then Calbraxis steps forward, a little angry that the fucking bitch hurt him like that. No one makes him bleed his own blood. He mag dumps into her side. And
this is-
fucking just, I guess his rage and the wounds that he sustained, just the bullets rip all around her like Neo from the Matrix as she skillfully dodges, or he ineptly shoots. No one will ever know but the Emperor. Constantina, it is your turn.
All right. I move right up to Calabraxis.
Jump up on the table.
And I attack him with my chainsaw.
Jesus Christ. Okay. He's dead. He's very, very. She saws him in half, like in Gears of War. Just blood shooting everywhere, bone fragments, and he is neatly cleaved in two.
You pathetic morons. Do you see who you were following and who you could be following? You can make a different choice now if you would like.
No.
They're heretics. They don't get to make another choice. They've already made theirs.
Wasn't
One of-
going to keep them. I was going to lead them into a trap, but okay.
We have
One
them
of
in a trap.
them-
They cannot leave.
One of them calls out Constantine's name and shoots at oh my god, did I just say her name?
That's the sword.
Calbraxis' name and shoots at Constantina. Let's see, 7 damage. You have 9. God dang, you're tanky. Fuck. He hits you, but your armor holds. Apparently, you got some pretty stern stuff you're made of there.
I think his problem was that he tried to shoot with a sword.
You know, it happens. It happens. Delta Cygnus, you're up.
I shoot the guy in the face.
Okay, 11. On an 11. Oh, let's see. That's 6.
Where?
Yep, he's dead. He's gone.
Where are they getting that 11 from?
So his base damage is a 10. He has an ED of 1. And so if he rolls a 4 or 5, it adds 1 damage to the roll. If he rolls a 6, it adds 2.
Any particular reason why we went with the most complicated roll system known to man?
I mean, it's not complicated once you're used to it, but it's just different. The problem is we're using like the framework that we're using utilizes the full system, and we're using a part of the system for this is meant to kind of introduce you to the game. That makes sense?
Oh, it makes sense. I just have a feeling that's going to be very complicated.
I mean, it's no more complicated than D&D. It's just a little
It's all
different.
D6s. It's just add D6s whenever you have anything.
Yeah.
So
If anything, it's the only complexity is in the character creation and the abilities that you can get on your character.
Okay, so since it's so simple, help me understand why 2 fails, 1 shifts, 1 crits, and then you get 6 successful hits. You roll a 4 and do 11 damage.
okay. All right. So the way it works is that's his dice pool to check his successful hit, kind of like in D&D where you'd be rolling a D20 to see if you roll higher. And here it's how did you roll enough D6s high enough to count as a success. The shifting and the wrath critical we're not using, that is affected by specific dice. That's in the broader system, not involved at the moment. So it's only the successes and failures. Anything 4 or higher is a success. 6 counts as 2. Anything less than 4 is a fail.
And so you roll 2 6s, that's 2 and 2, and then 2 5s, that's 1 and 1, that's 6. So you succeeded with 6 icons, is what it's called, and 2 failures. So then is your attack better than their defense? Yes. Their defense is the test. So you rolled a 6, defense is a 2. So because you passed, then we roll damage, and then the damage.
And then the weapons have a base damage, like the galvanic rifle, which probably is a really awesome weapon. Has a base damage of 10, but it's got a very small variable dice pool. It's only got an extra dice of 1. So he only gets to roll 1 additional dice to potentially add damage to it. Whereas some weapons only have a damage pool of 6, but get to add 5 dice. And
Or in my case, I have a base of 10 and I get to roll 4 dice.
Yep.
Exactly.
And it just stacks icons on top of that. So a 4 isn't a 4, it's a 1 because it's a icon pass. If it had been a 5, it would have been a 1. If it had been a 6, it would have been a 2. A 3, a 2, and a 1 are zeros. So
yeah, very simple.
I mean, I could
Jay,
modify it
this
so
is
the
not simple.
sides of the dice were a 2, a 1, and a 0 always. But
I just hope you enjoy doing all my calculations, is all I'm going to say.
I mean, it's built in, so
Yeah,
it's very easy.
The system does do it on its own.
it won't be a problem once we get there. It's just, like I said, it's a little weird tonight because it's my first time, and 2, it's our first time with this framework, and it's our first time with this system. So it'll get easier. The cool thing about this is, with Warhammer, is there's technically no classes, so you can make whatever you want. I mean, there are archetypes, but you can do advanced character creation, and you can make a healing tech priest, murder goddess. I mean, like, you can go crazy with that shit. Fucking nuts. All right, back
Well, the
to
lore's
the
fucked, but yeah. Go ahead.
back to the fighting. This one's gonna move up on Atticus, or actually, shit, who's the bigger threat now? I thought Atticus was gonna be.
Well, if I just shot, it's Obasiah's now.
There's a guy between the two of you, Pi. It
Yeah.
alternates between y'all and them.
All right, so he's gonna attack your back, Jay, and try and drop you. Maybe he'll hit, and he fucking whiffs. All right, you're up, Kuan Yin.
I'll shoot the guy that just whiffed.
Okay.
Why didn't it roll? There it goes.
Oh, Jesus. All right, so 14, that leaves you with 9. That leaves you with 4. Okay, so he's out. You murder killed him pretty hard. I now feel bad for killing those 2 freebies because I thought you guys were all gonna die and now you're all fucking gods. So, all right. I think this one's gonna attack next. One's attacking Jay. Fails. We'll step up behind Jay and attack. I will do damage to JJ this round.
You will.
Fails.
Yeah, I think you
That's
got the
over.
tuning on this perfect, by the way.
Well, I mean, none of this tuning is his. It's theirs.
Fails.
I can't make fun of this because you guys literally picked up my boss and dropped him off a mountain. So I'm a little upset that I can't make fun of him, but
Yeah, I on purpose made sure there were no mountains for you to even get anywhere close. All right, so this
Except
one.
for back at the base,
Well, that's true. That's true. That one.
where I
is
will
on
be
a mountain.
throwing the leader of that off soon.
Of course you will. Of course. All right, so this one's gonna attack this. And fuck, I can't even attack him. God dang it. All right, so this one's gonna attack JJ again.
I think the problem here is you, not them.
Fuck you. Yes, I did damage.
No,
Nope.
you didn't.
God dang it, fucking JJ.
I mean, he's literally not done anything to me with a room full of guys, and you're telling me this is the normal balance.
Well,
don't worry, Pyro. Your boss
He's
did hurt me.
throwing low end tier ones at you with only. I mean, there'd be more to this where the chain swords could actually theoretically hurt your armor and your resilience, but we're not messing with that. So, yes. In a normal game, them using chain swords could theoretically, like, regardless of if they did damage or not, like, just start chunking your armor away until you have nothing. So,
hey, fuck. All right, well, they're swarming Constantina, but doing no damage at all because her fucking resilience is through the roof. And I keep rolling fucking garbage. Literally, look at these rolls, dude. 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. What? The random number generator is working perfectly. Did you see that? I rolled 2-1, 2-1 twice.
Did you by chance run a test to get rid of all your bad rolls?
Yeah, last night at 1 o'clock in the morning with Lost. I actually rolled pretty good back then. I was worried you guys were all gonna fucking die on this encounter then.
Oh, you see, there's your problem. You left on a good test
Apparently.
for you. Or I guess
All right.
technically that would be a bad test.
Fuck me sideways. All right, you're up, Atticus.
I guess I'll just put my gun to the guy's head again because he stepped up in front of me, and I'm probably gonna miss because that's how I roll. Never mind.
No,
I'm gonna hit him
you
for 11
dropped
damage.
him. He's fucking dead. All right.
These people keep walking up and just letting me put a gun to their head. I do not understand.
I mean, you put it to the back of his head. He was trying to get a piece of Constantina's ass. All right, Jay, you're up.
I
Because
have a lot of options, so
yeah.
I will, do this, I guess. I mean, is that enough for me to do like a 360 tornado spin and like blat all of them, or just?
I don't understand why I didn't roll damage there.
I did. He did 12.
Why don't I see the damage?
Scroll down.
I just see the ballistic skill. Did it freeze?
You do.
I can see it. It's just only on your screen. Flip off the chat and flip back to it real quick.
Yeah, it almost looks like it's overlapping.
Let's see if I do this. No? All
Because
right.
like I can see like damage and whatnot underneath the ballistic skill on his screen.
You can?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just really blurry for it being so small.
I think you're just seeing things.
I think it's just really because it's really small.
Anyways, how much damage was done? 12?
Yeah, enough to kill him.
Which one did you attack, Jay?
The one, I guess, to my left, looking down at my character.
Yeah. All right. This one's going to attack Jay. Oh, so close to actually hurting him.
I think the only person you could have hurt is if Q.
I mean, I did damage to Atticus on ink.
Yeah, that was with the boss.
True, true. I've been rolling really shitty lows.
I mean,
Alright.
for you to be able to damage her with these guys, all of your dice on a roll, all 7 have to be 4 or higher.
True.
And you'll deal a single damage. Or maybe more if they're 6s.
Fair enough. All right, Delta Cygnus, you are up, sir.
Gonna again shoot the guy in the head.
Get a stab.
All right, he's gone.
And I'm finally gonna step away so Q can have some fun now.
All
Are
right.
you crazy if you think I'm coming in there?
Yeah, I know, you're the lowest armor in all of this.
This one's gonna take us, realizing that JJ is unkillable. He's gonna take a swipe at Sigma. Hey!
No damage.
Fuck. Wait a minute. What's your defense? You all have a resilience of fucking 9. Okay, yeah.
Q has 7.
Nope, we all have 9.
Oh, that's right. I need to be attacking the fucking pirate, the space
That's why
pirate
I'm
in the
back.
background. All right, you're up, Abasi.
I'll shoot
Yeah,
the closest.
So the way this would actually be threatening is all of them would actually be able to damage on 3s and above, which significantly increases damage output. But
All right, he misses. Who hasn't taken a turn yet? This one swipes at Pi again. Does 10. Hey, Pi's taking some damage. We're down 2 7 wounds. Okay.
I took 1 damage.
Yep,
Yay.
you took 1 whole damage. All right, you're up, Atticus.
I'm going to. You know what? I'm gonna change it up because I'm getting tired of putting my gun to these guys' heads.
You can play with your sword a little bit.
I'm gonna shank him.
Okay. That does. Wait a minute. Does that guy survive? I think that guy survives.
Yes.
Holy shit! We have a battle where one of the gangers doesn't die instantly.
Finally, one of them can bleed and suffer.
He's like fucking like you saw the whole right side of his body, but somehow he manages to hold on to consciousness.
Now you can kneel and atone for your heresy while your
Yes.
friends die.
I'm not sure if he's capable of kneeling since you chopped his leg off, but fair enough. All right.
For
This
the
one-
Emperor.
For the Emperor. This one, let's see. Now that we've seen we can actually hurt the tech priest, we're gonna come over here and see if we can't do some damage to him before. Oh shit. Oh, I did it right. Okay. And he whiffs. All right, you're up, Constantina.
now the text priest has a DN of 2.
Okay, how do I roll damage?
Go ahead and custom roll 4 dice.
Shit. Roll 4d6.
I think.
So it's a 6 and a 4, so it's a 2 and a 3.
So 3 plus their base, I want to say is a 6, brings them up to 9. So you deal a
0 again.
no damage.
Yep. All right. You're up, Delta.
So who just
should have
said?
been me because you said it was me. But
Oh, my bad. You're up, Jay. This is 1,000 dice come rolling out.
So I obliterate the guy, I guess, beneath me.
How much damage do you do? Because JJ's damage is not showing for me.
17.
Stupid
Ooh.
damage.
Ooh. So there's a fucking crater there. All right. This guy, they're all just ganging up on the tech priest now, trying to take him out before they die. And apparently that's not happening. So he missed. You're up, Delta.
Who hurt me?
The one down and to your right.
I hit him. Oh, I guess I don't kill him though.
That's a
Nope.
2. I don't see him. I don't see damage on him either.
8.
8. Okay, so that puts him at 1.
Was he already
Mm.
damaged?
I didn't think so.
8. Oh,
No,
sorry.
he's not.
2.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and Quan Yin. I'll let you do your next run before these 3 go.
So how does movement work? Is it D&D where you can move, attack,
6
move?
meters.
Uh,
The only restriction tonight is 6 meters.
Okay.
Cartwheels and walk on the ceiling and
And I'll walk up and stab him, since it seems like everyone wants to stab him right now.
ache with the stabby stab.
All right, let's get in on this.
Murder, kill, kill.
with your void sword? Oh dear goodness.
What's the DN on these guys?
2.
2.
He's dead.
He only had 1 wound left.
He's very dead. All right, the one that hurt probably last time is going to try it again and succeed and not do enough damage. And then the other one's going to try it as well. Fuck your couch. And he's going to fucking fail too. All right, Atticus, you're up.
Well, I have a lot of options here, so he's gonna stab the guy right below him again. Do 9 damage again, which I think means he's still alive.
He's dead because he was hurt.
Oh, never mind.
He only had
So,
2 wounds
I'll
left.
remove his head from his body. I won't actually stab him this time.
All right, Constantina, it's your turn. The last one.
Yeah. Just move over and saw his face off.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, yeah, he's fucking gone. Okay, yeah.
Big mist.
All right, so after you slaughter the 16 members of the Deluge gang, this place was already a fucking nightmare dungeon hellscape before 16 people were cut and blown to pieces in here. Now it is even worse as the desalinization plant in the corner greedily starts slurping the blood off the floor to turn it into precious but tainted chaos water. What do you guys do now?
We should set fire to this place and leave at once.
Agreed. Before we do, though, he'll walk over to the machine and begin just hitting it several times, repeatedly, with his sword.
It's funny because like when you said hitting it, I just see your guy doing like the the limp-wristed slap on it. Bad machine. Bad. Oh,
Can I
man.
rig it to explode violently?
You don't have any explosives, but you guys could fire it up. The problem is, if the machine is tainted, the only way for you to do that would be for you to commune with it, and that would risk corrupting you. You could do it, but you might get corrupted in the process.
No, not yet, no. Not for a simple thing like
Yeah,
this.
it's
So
probably
we can't
better.
set fire to the place? Like,
No, you can set fire. I'll let you do that. I'm just saying he doesn't have explosives he can't pull out of his ass and blow up.
I beat the machine a couple times. I give it a couple limp wrist slaps before I start actually hitting it, and then help Constantine set the building on fire.
All right.
Is there any way I can disable it as well?
We getting
Just-
paid?
I
We
mean,
can just shoot it.
you're burning it. That usually takes care of itself.
If you say it'll take care of it, then so be it.
Yes, the place is burnt to a crisp. You're good. All right. Do we have everybody? I'll need with these guys for this next part because I'm going to have to improvise.
You're gonna need to swap maps with us.
I will here in a minute. You guys are
Roger.
walking outside as you set a couple improvised fires, and
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
since this place hasn't seen any water in a really, really, really long time, the place goes up rather quickly.
Can we get a roll to see if it spreads to the rest of the village? Because I have a feeling this could go really, really bad, really, really quickly.
We're going to say there's just enough distance to keep it from spreading, and it kind of just, the place is already dilapidated and not doing well, so your fire just kind of affects the structural integrity of the building, and it kind of implodes and falls in on itself. As you guys are sitting there basking in the glory, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all take like the equivalent of a short rest to heal up. I think only one of you took damage.
I took a single damage.
Okay.
I
See-
took 3.
Y'all can restore that damage because this game allows you to take like an hour rest to heal up. I think one of you has the ability to heal.
Yeah, I do. I can heal us all over the course of an hour.
So y'all sit back and watch the bonfire burn for an hour to get your hit points back. While y'all are sitting there, you guys are approached by Tybalt and a man you do not know. Well, you guys did better than I expected. I mean, I'm assuming y'all took out the gangsters and they're inside burning up.
I shoot him in the face.
I shoot him in the leg.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, we got to shoot him because he was part of this. He walked us right into it.
That
And he's a
doesn't mean
heretic
he's
by
part of
extension.
it. You might want to talk to him before you blow his face off.
He's a
I don't
heretic
think it's
by
a good
extension.
idea, but I support it. I clap.
We are zealots. Of course we are nuts.
But you don't know he's part of it yet. Okay.
How
all right.
do we not? He literally showed us and walked us into a trap.
No, he introduced you to somebody who walked you into a trap.
Look, man, 2 people just shot at him.
Wait, no. Ty was the guy who pointed us to this place.
Yes, to Zol. He told you
Yes.
Zol was the person there, and then y'all met Zol, and Zol walked you into a trap.
Oh,
Ty
you
just
want to
did-
tell me that he's part of this area, knows about the water, and doesn't know that they're down here doing some crazy shit, and he's just that stupid, but it's all good.
He knows who they are, but he was not part of the gang, no.
Guilty by association. Down with his head.
Now he's not a part of anything.
I
He's got
mean,
holes in his chest.
by
After
that
this-
logic, the entire planet is heretical.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
that's
human
the
life
planet,
isn't
but
worth
the woman had
anything,
to
so,
walk.
you know, I could declare them all heretics. And
JJ's just
kill
gonna
them all.
fucking dust off and obliterate the entire planet.
Population poll. There's not
which
enough
is-
food.
Which is
Population
something
slowdown.
that you can do in this game, which is kind of disturbing.
Oh, well, let's go ahead and do that.
All right,
What's their
so
stance on cannibalism?
Shoot 'em.
Because that's really the.
so
good
you're wanting to
part.
shoot the guy. Are we? Is that,
Are you saying that
I
that's
think they
going to
did shoot
ruin the
the guy.
experience, DM? Are you killing the immersion?
I can roll
here?
with it if you want to shoot the fucking guy.
Well, I think we're all down to shooting him. So
But just keep in mind, he walked up with somebody else. So there are two people here. One you
it's
do
an
not know.
intimidation for
Well,
the
2
other
people
guy.
shot, so shoot both of them.
Are you shooting both of them?
I'm not shooting, but they are.
I'm not. I'm just watching Jay shoot the guy.
Okay, so JJ, you shoot Ty. Atticus, what do you do?
I guess I'm shooting Ty as well.
All right, so you both fucking shoot Ty. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Fucking shit. All right, so Ty, you guys fucking unload on Ty, and the man next to him doesn't even flinch. He just kind of sits there and admires, or just stares at what's left of the man who was bringing him along. And he just lets out a low whistle. Damn, y'all's ruthless.
And who
What
are
is
you?
your relation to this man?
Well, my name's Swaney, and I run a kind of a, I guess you would say, a church where we have a saint who's producing water for everybody. And Ty here, I think y'all may have gotten the wrong impression. Ty wasn't part of the deluge. He knew we needed to get them taken care of, and you guys were some bitches, and I guess he fucking poked the wrong horse this time. Shit. There ain't enough of him to put in a soup can left.
So you mean to tell me that he, knowing that they were producing water, although he told us he didn't know where the water was coming from, just decided to hang out with these people because he knew enough to know that they needed to be stopped and hoped we would do it?
Well, he didn't hang out with them. He just knew about them.
But he told us he didn't know anything.
Well, I mean, we don't know. I mean, all we knew was that they were a gang that did some shit, and they were kind of nasty to everybody. I mean, y'all did everybody a favor by putting them down. I'm not gonna lie there. I'm just
And where
saying.
exactly is this church of yours?
Well, I mean, y'all ain't gonna go over there and fuck everybody up, right? Because we a bunch of good people. We trying to help folks. This Saint Martica, she's a blessing, and I don't want any harm to come to her.
I understand that, of course, being part of the Adeptus Sororitas.
Okay, well, y'all. He looks at Obasi and the tech priest for help. You're gonna be able to control your friend here.
If your saint is truly a saint,
I mean, we're good people. We're definitely not like them some bitches y'all just burned.
That you knew nothing about, of course.
Well, I mean, what do you want us to do, ma'am? We aren't big, strong people like y'all. We ain't got no guns.
Well, I don't know you from Adam, but what I have gathered is that you like to talk around.
Talk around? I don't understand.
You can't quite come to the point.
Okay. You're a scary lady. If y'all want to follow me back to the church, all are welcome. We do our best. We're fixing to have our evening service, and y'all are welcome to attend.
I just want to know where the church is. We are rather tired after handling this.
He explains where the church is.
I shoot him in the face.
oi, Tina.
All right. Damage roll.
Don't call me Tina.
Damage roll. You gotta shoot him. You gotta shoot him.
We're not here to kill everyone. We're here to see
That'll
about the
kill him.
saints.
All right, so you shoot the man wearing a white robe that is unarmed, and he falls over dead.
Okay, so follow me on this. Like I said, the story said that Ty knew nothing about the water, although that man told me that he did know. And when we got here, we were basically set up in a trap that obviously Ty knew about. And then when we walked back out and we
Ty
had the
had
interrogation,
no idea about the trap at
so
all.
then you just fucked up your own characters, is what you're telling me.
No, you believe he knew because he introduced you to Zol. Zol saw you guys come
your
in.
guy told me.
Right, my guy told you to go meet Zol because Zol was the leader of the deluge.
Your
When you
guy
guys
told me he knew what they were doing with the water.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, I didn't.
He said that they had a saint that was producing water, and
We have a saint, as in Swaney does.
yes, and he also said that Ty knew that these guys were doing some fucked up shit, and he was just kind of wanting to make sure that they got handled.
Yes.
So that's why he wanted us to do something about
But knowing somebody is doing quote unquote fucked up shit doesn't mean he knows what the shit is. It's just that they're bad people. These people were
it.
charging.
How do you know what fucked up shit is if you don't know it's bad?
My point is, he knew they were up to no good. He did not know to the depths with which they were no good.
That's fine. That still makes him a heretic by association.
Not even close, but that is okay. He was a good guy, as was Swaney. All right. So you guys have the.
Well, if they're good guys, then this is a true saint, is what you're telling me.
Fair enough. I'm not saying they're necessarily good guys. They weren't the bad guys. They weren't the bad guys. Let's put it that way. There are levels of evil in Warhammer ranging from Hitler at like the beginning, and then it goes downhill from there. These guys weren't Hitler, so we'll put it there. All right, so y'all know where the church is. What do you do now?
We're obviously heading to the church, right?
I hate to agree with the bitch, but yeah, let's head to the church.
All right, we're heading to the church. God, fucking JJ. Killing everybody. I mean, this game probably is perfect for you, Jay. Fucking murdering the hell out of everybody.
Remember
will
to
take
right
care
click
of
on
the
the scene to
heretics.
activate and bring him over.
Yeah, I was just right clicking to activate it, but it I don't have activate. I just have configure and preload. Take my permissions
What?
away mid game.
No, that's because I already activated it after you had jumped over and were sitting there.
I literally was sitting here for 2 seconds, you impatient
Too
twat.
slow. Too slow.
Damn. Where are all their characters? I don't see them.
I don't see anything. I do not own a character on this sheet.
Well, that's because they killed the guy who was going to introduce them, so I didn't know how you wanted them.
Yeah, I know, right? They're just fucking murder hoboing the shit out of everybody. Just put them up top there, out front, and I'll have to figure it out.
And Flax is in a Twitch chat because apparently that's the only thing that works right now for him.
Okay. So let me go ahead and set the scene here for this. You'll notice as you guys are walking in that the same face, in case you haven't figured it out by now, the face tattoos that glow kind of are gang affiliations. So as you come in here, you'll notice that there are a number of people that have the same facial coloring that Swaney had, but it is a completely different coloring from what the Deluge had. Okay. So, and here you get a much more gentle feel. You see the priestess, or not priestess, Saint Martica, which is a, let's see if I got anything about her. Yeah, you kind of fucked that up, so... All right, she's a middle-aged 40-year-old woman. She's kind of plain, looks like she's been through some hard times, but she seems very gentle, very kind, and legitimately here to help people. However, you notice that some of the gang members here, like the people that are associated with Martika, are freely giving water to those that are in need. They're helping people, and they're not really taking anything in turn for it. However, you do notice some of the people that are the same facial colorings of Swiney and his group. They seem to, you see some money changing hands, a few trinkets here and there, and it almost looks like you've got two distinct groups here going on. One is more legitimately trying to help, and one is trying to help but also trying to make a profit.
All right. So my plan on this one is to find the saint, find out if she's actually a saint, how she's making this water, and if she's a heretic killer. I don't necessarily care about the people that are here that are relatively passive, but the people who are trying to make a profit off the starving, then we're going to address them afterwards. You guys good with that?
I don't want to agree with you, but I have to on that one.
I fear for my own life, so I will follow you.
Fear for my life. So JJ's fucking scared everybody. Fucking.
And then the leadership changed to JJ.
I mean, I did pick the person in charge of getting rid of heresy on a planet full of heresy. So
see, I already know what character JJ is going to play in a regular campaign. They have a character who's literally designed to go out and torture people to death for the Emperor. The problem that they have is they enjoy torturing people to death so much that they have to be very careful that they don't become denizens of chaos because they get too good at their job. So I think
that doesn't sound like me.
Yeah, right, sure, okay, fair enough.
More like the officer whose job is to uphold the law. Because that's basically what I'm playing.
They do that too.
Well, torturing people isn't justice.
I mean, if they're bad people, maybe, right?
The end means the goal. Or whatever that phrase is.
I just, yeah, okay, whatever.
All right, so you notice the people start coming in. There's like a bell tolling. Obviously, something is going on. What do you guys do?
All right, so I open the door and I walk into the main room.
All right, you see a 40-year-old woman up at the dais, and she is, what do you call it? She is speaking to the group and trying to get everybody ready. You can't roll anything yet. You will be able to roll something shortly, but not yet. Mm-hmm. And then when you do, let's see, what check is it for you? Hang on.
I thought we said it was awareness, so it's like, hey, here's a preemptive awareness check for people in tech and whatever else I see.
I'm trying to find it.
Delta can
DM3
make a
tech test. Yeah, it'll be a tech test. Not yet, though.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so as you guys are setting up, you notice that everybody's filing in. You'll notice that there are, around the chamber here, there are 6 statues along the walls, and they're kind of set up in such a way as to almost make like little ponds at their like waist level. Where like water could accrue. So as the service starts, let's see. Over the course of an hour, more cultists, both believers and Swainey's thugs, arrive, chattering excitedly. Once the cult is assembled, Saint Martika enters the room, accompanied by her bodyguard, Gond, an immense ab-human standing taller and wider than even Atticus. The saint proves to be a nondescript woman in her 40s, with shaved head and a face entirely covered with an intricate skin plant mosaic that literally looks like a rainbow. The saint kneels upon the dais and begins to pray to the emperor for his mercy. Her voice rings out in tones so clear, the statues in the hall seem to resonate with it. As she continues to pray, the characters can feel moisture rising in the hall. As their prayer reaches its crescendo, the water bringers all cry out, and water bursts from the eyes and hands of the statue about the hall in torrents, flooding down to fill barrels about the pedestals to overflowing, causing cultists to swiftly run for more buckets and rags to soak up the excess. Afterwards, the saint speaks with the congregation, receiving them at the base of the dais under the watchful eye of Grand. She smiles when she takes Constantina's hands, saying, "I can see the faith shining in your eyes, sister." Saint readily answers questions if she can, saying the light of the emperor has been with her for the last year or so. What do you guys do?
Hello. You tell me that you're in service of the Emperor, and your prayers have the ability to make statues bleed water. Explain yourself.
There's nothing to explain. I pray to the emperor for his guidance and his help, and he provides us water. There's nothing else to it. Now, this is the point, Delta Cygnus, you can do your tech test on the statues if you like, to see if there's anything funky going on.
I'm back.
That succeeds, and you can see that there is absolutely nothing with the statues. No machine, no holes for water to be pumped, nothing. It looks like a legitimate miracle as far as you can tell.
I relate to the bitch.
Based on everything that I can see, there's no physical evidence to suggest heresy. So, for the time being, you have nothing to fear from me. But I will say, in all of my years of observation and training, I have never seen anything like this, and I am highly suspicious.
I'm sorry you're suspicious. We are only here to help those in need. This is a terrible situation, and there's so much suffering, and I'm just doing what I can to try and ease the suffering of those here.
And if it turns out that you're telling me the truth, I will do everything in my power to make sure you stay where you can.
Is an insight roll or something equivalent possible?
Go for it.
Is there a way for me to tell, like, is there a way for me to roll and see if she has any, like, lie or anything like that?
You can rank a scholar roll. And Abasi, you can make an insight test. Okay, Kwanian succeeds in his insight test, and he realizes that she's very honest and clearly believes what she says. JJ succeeds on his roll, and she recalls many different tales of saints performing strange miracles, but none like this. She's unsure if the event was warpcraft or a malign influence. So you can't really tell if this is good or evil. You can just tell that she's producing water, praying to the emperor, and she's giving it out to people for... She and her group is giving it out to people for free.
So I now turn to my group.
As far as I can tell, there's no heresy here, although something doesn't settle well with me. Now, for the group who is selling their water, should we look into them?
They are heresy. People need water.
We're
Not
here.
as
We're here
worse.
for heretics. If we think they're heretics, if you think they're heretics, then we eliminate them, as we have with the rest.
So, as far as I can tell with my character, selling the water? Like, okay, all right, help me understand this. They're gathering the water from the saint and then selling it to other people?
Basically, there's two groups. Both are kind of intermingled. The people that are with Saint Marta, they don't take anything. They give freely, and they legitimately, they're cultists that legitimately believe she's a saint, and they believe in what she's doing and what she's offering, and they take nothing in return. And then you have Swaney's group, he was a preacher here at this church, which you would have found out, but you killed him. He and his thugs basically, they kind of have like a little side racket going on where they also have access to the water and they're trying to profit off of it. But
How do they have access?
She gives everybody access here, and they just, they have the arms, so she really can't stop what they do with what they take.
Okay, so there is a group of armed gang members that are currently here getting buckets of water in competition with the people who are sorry, dude, I'm trying to get this.
It doesn't really go here. Let me see.
Basically, two groups are collecting water here, but they're all just collecting it equally. Some of them, if you had explored earlier, you would have seen them selling it other places. The other group is just kind of passing it out.
All right, and so I've already disseminated with the leadership. Now it's just time to handle the rest of them. So can we mark out the ones that are the baddies?
For all intents and purposes, we'll say I think the ones that look like soldiers, the bad guys. And
they can't see the other one, so give me 1 second.
I was gonna say the entire church is filled with soldiers, and I'm the saint. Like,
so
we have to massacre, we have to.
Before we get to that, I'm going to turn back to the saint. Saint, I have to inform you that I have discovered heresy on this planet and other locations today. We met a man by the name of Swaney earlier who was
Pastor Swaney. Yes, he's the one that helped us get started here. It's his church.
Unfortunately, I must inform you of his demise.
Oh my God, what happened?
He was involved in heresy with a man named
You shot him.
What?
I certainly did.
Oh my God.
Don't worry, Saint. As I said, I cannot determine any form of heresy with you, nor do I have any quarrel with you as of this moment.
She gets a little scared and kind of backs away from you a little bit, and her bodyguard gets a little closer.
I can definitely understand your hesitation, and no worries, I'm not asking you to trust me. What I need you to understand is that his group is here, the ones that are profiting off of your water. So I plan to eliminate them.
Oh God, can I clear my people out first?
I was hoping you would, yes.
She quickly speaks.
Be heresy for me to shed blood in the Church of the Emperor?
No.
Perfect.
No, they like that kind of shit. Marta quickly speaks with Gond, who steps around and talks to one of the cultists, and then you see all the cultists quickly step out and then quickly file out of the room, and the other guys are so busy selling their wares and talking that they don't even really notice as they all slip out the back.
All right. So I walk over to Delta.
Delta, would you be so kind as to secure this building for us, please?
Would
Lock the front door.
Atticus
have
will
him
accompany
do it,
him.
and I point to Atticus.
Come with me, Delta.
Whatever.
Oh, I love the name Lost. This is great. Are these their stats? Did I fuck up and grab the wrong people? Oh, okay. One moment.
He was gonna.
Okay, there we go. Perfect. Yes. Like I said, the
I see the cultists have changed their clothes really fast. It seems we were right all along.
Even more heresy.
magic. They all changed places. Fucking the warp.
Okay, so for the immersion factor, this is a church, and assuming, of course, this saint is, who she says she is, I don't want to fuck up the good deal they've got going on here with the statues of, sprinkling water. I was going to kind of have a speech and then lure these people away. Is that like a thing?
You can if you want, or you can just fucking shoot them. They can always clean up afterwards. Just don't hit statues.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what he's saying. He doesn't want to.
I'm
get them away
asking the
from
DM,
statues.
like, is it possible to do this without fucking up the church?
Yeah,
or...
you can kill all these people without fucking up the church. They're kind of used to that type of shit happening here. It's just an average part of life. Not only that, but again, like I said, this is a totally different world than we live in. Like, even the nicest person is not a nice person in our world. I mean, these people, like, the Holocaust would just be a minor blip on these people's radars.
And you're giving me all this shit about shooting people? Like,
well, you got to kind of talk to people before you summarily execute them. I'm okay with summary executions. That's awesome. I like it. But when you don't even get to hear what they say, and some of them are your friends, that's when it becomes a problem. So
They got spare statues in the basement. They're used to this.
I'm blaming the DM.
fair enough.
Atticus
all right.
will give a nod of approval to Constantina, see if she's ready to go.
Attention. I have something to tell y'all. The saint has prepared us a special ritual tonight. Would you please all come and join me towards the front?
And then I nod back at Atticus and expect him to flank them from behind.
And as they kind of cluster up and around, one of them walks up. Hey, wait a minute. Aren't you the lady who killed Swaney? Guys, this is a fucking crazy, whacked out bitch who killed Swaney.
How in the fuck would he know that?
I mean, you shot them in the fucking public. There wasn't any.
That was also like 2 hours ago. Word
Yeah.
gets around.
It gets around from the people that are at a church service collecting water. Like, what?
You killed their boss. Yeah, their boss was found. They, asked some
Metagaming.
questions.
Metagaming.
Metagame this.
You're a cuck.
Okay, so Lax, do we have the damage rates and everything every set for these guys, or?
I mean, yes. Do you want me to apply all the other rules?
Can you do it easily, or is it a pain?
Yeah. Max, you can't shoot the guy next to you.
I would have been here because I would have known that.
This one's going to be a little bit more closer to real combat, so this might be a little harder fight. So, all right, so you do 12 damage to that guy. His resilience is 5, so he's dead.
Yeah. I don't promise that they will do anything more than the last group did, but we're adding stuff in.
All right, so that's dead. So this guy turns around, sees you fucking cap his friend, and charges you. Pulls out his chainsword and takes the swipe. And he misses. All right, Constantina, you're up. Oh, Jesus.
I saw the guy who announced that in half.
Yes, you do. Holy fucking shit, you do.
Yes, what you heard is correct. I took care of the heretic, and I will soon be taking care of you.
All right, since you just fucking killed him, these 4 all rush you. And they all...
Isn't it one at a time, or?
Not on this one, no.
No, the DM's mad now.
Yeah. JJ.
Do we even have a initiative roll window right now?
It technically rotates 1 to 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 1.
The problem is there's 4 of you and like 12 of them, so some of them are going to go.
Oh yeah,
little
they
bit
don't go
ahead.
after us then, right? Isn't that how the last one went?
Well, I'm cheating. Fuck off. All right, here we go.
Wow.
All right. Oh shit. JJ takes some damage.
It's a brutal parry.
All right.
What?
So JJ, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12. JJ takes 3 damage. You are from wounds of 9 to wounds of 6. Now I'm going to feel bad if I kill JJ here. Next one attacks. And he hits you, but it bounces off your armor blocks it.
No. Oh yeah, the damage. Yeah.
Yep.
That would have been bad.
This one swipes, hits you, and armor stops it. Dude, these guys are fucking clobbering you this time. And then this one, he fucking trips and impales himself on his own sword. Okay, you're up.
How much damage does he take?
He's,
Roll for damage.
he's
Roll for damage. He
experienced-
stabbed himself. You said it.
How do I roll for damage loss?
Fucking roll.
He's not having his skill behind it because it's tripping and falling. Roll 2d6.
That's less than his resilience, so he's fine. He catches it with his armor.
Wasn't his resilience 8?
Resilience is
5?
5. Damage is 5. That means it's 0.
Well, he rolled a 4, so that's a +1. What's his base damage?
98.
Oh, I don't see the other things. I was just looking at the total roll there. Sorry. Making loss do math.
What do you want me to do? Sorry? I was looking up what the critical 6 was doing to JJ from earlier.
What is the base damage on the sword?
6.
6 plus 1 is 7. It's still okay, so it's 2. So then he would do 2 damage to him. Okay.
And which of the
Yes.
idiots was it?
Far right. Far right idiot. All right.
Actually, just so that they know what could have happened, roll 3 more d6 for that first one that damaged him.
I love how we're not using the custom roller. This is great.
13.
That's another
2, 4. So Jay takes another 4 wounds and is bleeding, actually, from the critical.
JJ is?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
From the initial one that hit him.
So I'm down to 2 and bleeding. Okay.
I will enjoy dying for it. Come at me.
Okay. You're up, Tech Priest.
I guess we're gonna shoot this guy right below me.
The one in front of Atticus and the one several pews down.
Several pews down.
Okay.
Because I assume I can hit that.
Mm-hmm.
He's dead. All right. Obasa.
Oh, you did roll a wrath complication.
I don't even know what that means. I have to go get my book after this and read my book.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Let me go to the complication table because I don't have it open at the moment.
It's a
Oh, God.
table of complications that you can jump to.
What do you not keep one of those? Ah, there it is, 163. Okay. Pi, roll me a d6, please.
Oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Sure.
Unfortunately, as a tech priest, you have learned to feel and fear the tech spirits around you, because they can sometimes go rogue. Your eyes malfunction. You're now blinded.
What? That's amazing.
But I have special
For a
goggles.
turn.
That's why you're blind, is because you have special eyes.
Oh.
The tech spirits in them have gone rogue.
All right. This
flip.
one's gonna step up and attack Atticus. And miss. All right, you're up, Bossy.
I guess I'll shoot the one on the right closest to me.
You do have a pistol. Cool.
That's red shirt number 43.
I thought he was
Fire.
62.
Maybe.
DN2.
Yes.
Ooh.
That'll hit. You will not kill him, but you will
He's
trigger
already hurt.
poison in him.
He's down to 3.
Ah, is he?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, then never mind.
Sorry.
All right. Let's see. This one's gonna step up and take another swipe at sister. Oh Jesus. Okay. Brutal parry.
That's just the traits on the weapon.
Oh, okay. It doesn't get through your armor, Jay. You're good. You're up, Jay. Or no, Atticus. Sorry, Atticus, you're up.
I'm gonna stab the guy right below me.
Okay.
Hit him
Does
for 1 damage.
1. Okay. And he's gonna stab you back. Ooh, 10. That gets 1 damage through, so you were at 10 wounds. You're up, Jay.
All right.
What was JJ's special per game ability again?
I could
You can
pray.
make any one attack miss.
Oh, yeah, you might want to utilize that next time you get hit.
Well, I gotta do it preemptively, don't I?
No, you can basically say I use it now. It's not an action. You just get to one attack that's going to hit you. You get to choose to miss.
Cool. All right, I'll use that when I need to.
Oh my god, which one do you want to kill, Jay?
Teabag the one on the left.
All right, he is dead. His friend will swing at you.
Okay, click toughness for me, please.
Which
On your stats page. Alright, you stop bleeding.
nice.
Why must have just been a fucking finger cut then? Ooh, okay. That one swipes and hits you, but your armor blocks it.
Ooh, and he gets a complication.
What is he?
Roll a
get?
roll a d6, please, Barrow.
1.
Yep.
1. Not the shitty one.
2. So he goes to hit you, and the chains on his axe bounce off, and some of them ricochet about the room. One of them hitting one of his other partners for a damage.
Okay. I don't know which one I'm on. I'm gonna damage this guy, so we'll give him 1 wound, put him at 4. Okay. Other one's attacking you now. Did I do 2 attacks or 1? I think I did one.
Just the one.
Okay, this is the second attack. And it misses. Okay, Tech Priest, you're blind, so you can't do anything. So
He can. I mean, he could attempt to shoot.
want to try and shoot?
I'm gonna step behind Lax.
Okay.
Well, can't we directionally tell him where he is based on sound?
Yeah, but can you imagine trying to shoot somebody in an open room and you're blind and somebody's telling you a little bit more to your left?
Oh.
Especially when a friend is 2 feet in front of you.
Well, he was able to step behind him, so I'm saying if he was already
true.
if he was already in front of him, like right next.
So you can shoot, but your shots will have their DN increased by 4. So from 2 to 6.
That's a pretty big DN.
You can also attempt to use your action to make a tech check.
But if it's only one turn, won't I just be fine next turn anyway?
Yeah, pretty much. So you lose your action.
Sounds like
fixing your
either way
eyes.
you lose your action. So
I was just thinking if he already had somebody right in front of him, he could at least blast that guy.
No, I'll just cower behind Lax.
all right.
Sure.
Lax, dude to your right, swiping at you. And he misses. Obasi.
Guy right in front of me.
Okay. Okay, do 4. Has 1 hit point left, basically. All right. Atticus, you're up.
Gonna stab. Ooh, a critical hit. Do 1 damage
You
again.
do get a critical. Go ahead and roll an additional 3 dice. Okay, you managed to somehow not add any damage to it from that.
But he also had a vast critical.
He did, and so he's going to do that, and then the only keyword on the knife is reliable. What does reliable do?
So basically nothing happens.
No, something happens.
We'll say you that with it being reliable, this knife has found its way to many vicious points throughout its career. That guy, because he survived, is now hindered. He will be making all tests now at +2 DN.
All right, so he's now at DN 3. Or, sorry, wounds 3.
Mm-hmm.
You effectively did 1 damage to him. All right. He's going to hit you back now.
He's
And
gonna
then-
try.
And what do I have to do on his DN now? You said
Increase it by 2, please.
never
So
gonna
I'd be
fucking
at
touch
5 then, right?
it. Yeah, you're a DN of
That's how
5.
it works.
Yep, and he misses completely. All right, Constantina, you're up.
Alrighty.
I don't see damage.
I don't either.
I think it's because you missed.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
that's a miss.
All right, guy in the middle is gonna.
Hold on, aren't they 2 though?
Yes, they are. They are 2s.
Yeah, I was
So that
about to say
should've
he
been a hit.
definitely hits.
I don't get what you mean. Oh.
He had the DN set to 3 instead of 2.
It defaults to 3.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I've been
Jay-
using that. I even did it myself.
You just roll again and put 2 in this time, or 1 or 0. That'll roll damage.
Constantina, you've got a base damage of 10. Roll 5 dice. Up at the top, click roll and roll 5.
What top?
Up at the top of your character sheet, you should see roll.
Oh, and
Set
5.
the dice pool to 5. Yep. Because we're just gonna see the dice. Right, so that's 2, 3 additional damage on to 10, so 13.
Which guy?
I guess the one on the right.
Okay, he's gone. One in front of you swipes at you. And misses. All right, Tech Priest, you're back up.
I stop cowering and I shoot the dude in front of me.
Okay.
What? Okay, I guess just change it. Okay.
And he's dead.
Hang on. Because he is.
He's dead.
No, you're good.
It's like
I
there's no
was looking to
critical or
see
anything.
if because he was engaged with Atticus, there was a chance you shot Atticus instead. Oh, there is. But it's only if you rolled a 1. You didn't roll 1. Okay.
Okay, so this one is swiping at you, JJ, and I think you're going to want to use your ability, otherwise you're going to die.
We'll see.
So he does 11 damage, 9, 10, 11. So if that hits, or if you don't use your ability, you're dead.
Okay, I use my ability.
Okay. Obasa, or yeah, you're up.
On the left?
Yep. Waiting on them their dice. Four. He is not hurt, so he has 1 hit point left. Okay. Atticus, you're up.
Oh, I'm just gonna. I guess we're doing death by 1,000 cuts to this guy.
6, 5, 1. Jesus. He's still up. That's 2. He's got 2 more hit points. Oh, we may lose JJ here. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think JJ's dead.
With the critical.
Yep, Jay's down.
For the Emperor.
I don't know how death works in this, but I think Jay...
Well, the guy's got a chain axe. So, let's see. I'm gonna do this. Okay. You all watch as the guy manages to find a weak point in Constantina's armor right in the chest plate, shoving this vibrating chainsword in. And you watch as just all of the intestines are pulverized and shredded.
Ugh.
Ugh.
I was thinking you were trying to find a way to save JJ, not looking
Nope.
up the definition for
Nope.
the horrific
Not with that one.
death
There's
JJ
no
was
saving on that one.
JJ was going to get.
So, is there a hiding mechanic?
I mean, you've only got 3 people left alive and 3 of y'all,
Yeah, I
so
know. Just they're
surely.
closer to me. Look, the tank just went down.
He killed. Well, no, the other tank's still. Your real tank's still up, technically. All right, Tech Priest. Just watch the crazy bitch get disemboweled.
Yeah. I shoot the guy who just disemboweled her.
Aw.
Actually, no, I don't care for her. So I shoot the guy in front of Lax.
Okay.
No, you kill this guy by 1,000 cuts.
Don't steal his kill.
Why
wanna
did the guy
stab this
just
guy to death.
disappear? Did you move that guy, Lost? Oh, he's dead.
No.
I don't see the guy that was in front of Lax anymore.
He just went poof.
Yeah.
Uh.
I mean, he's very dead now. So it's possible he just got fucking gibbed, but... Okay.
It may have been while I was alt-tabbing between tabs. Something may have gotten hit.
Fair enough. All right, Obasa, it's your turn to take a punch in the face. Hopefully not as bad as JJ's.
Well, he is the weakest guy, so...
He misses you and has a complication.
Roll a d6, please.
Roger.
Wait, isn't Obasa's DM 2? That still probably would have missed.
5.
5. Alrighty. I'll come back to that search. Don't worry, I don't have like 20 tabs open at the moment.
Oh,
Get
of
another
course not.
monitor then.
Another monitor doesn't fix 20 tabs, that would only be 15.
You just spread it out.
We also fucked up. He did hit him. That's my bad. I also have to roll
what if-
damage.
Oh, what if it with the DN 2?
Yeah.
But there was a
Go ahead.
complication.
So, as the blade cuts through him, let's see how the damage goes here.
You want me to roll?
Yep.
No, I mean, what?
What is their base? I think it's 4 dice. Just roll it again and set it to a DN2,
Okay.
if you would,
No
because it'll be
problem.
easier that way.
If it hits, we'll be fine.
9.
Alright.
He has a resilience of
7.
7, 8, 9. So you take 2. You have 4 left.
And as the lovely blade pulls out of your body, it kind of all of a sudden yanks back out of you as a weird kick. Chain saws can sometimes do it, and you watch it get stuck in the pedestal behind him.
All right. Atticus, you're up.
Help.
I will take aim at the guy who's attacking Obasa,
Master, no.
and I will shoot the wall.
No,
You also
No, I
you
have
will
a
shoot
rat gun.
Obasi.
I shoot Obasi.
It doesn't matter about DN. You shoot him anyway.
Oh, fuck me.
And I
I'm
forgot
gonna-
to change my DN again.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if this fucking party gets wiped here in the fucking with the bunch of cultists after surviving.
I mean,
And you're using a bolt gun.
hitting me, so he might not have done that, but he definitely will kill me if he rolls damage with that.
Yeah, roll again, checking against him now.
Because he does what, 15 on average on
DN.
rip.
I should have done this in the first place for them.
You still would have shot him.
Oh, yeah, he's dead. He just
Can
fucking.
I use my convention thing to convince him to shoot the other guy, and it automatically succeeds?
Well, so the good news is a bolt gun is technically rapid fire. It shoots 2 bullets. So, Atticus, as you pull the trigger, your gun finally works properly, firing bullets down range. When you look, no one's alive over there anymore.
Oh shit! You took them both out.
Well, he's
The
firing a
heretics are
grenade
gone.
launcher, yes.
Well, you're not fucked yet because the tech priest can technically still fly you out of here. So, as long as you don't lose him, you're okay. This guy steps up to Atticus and swings, realizing he's the last one alive. He swings like a fucking badass
and does
But
nothing.
His damage is blocked by your armor.
I thought nobody could leave.
You can't leave the system. You can leave the planet.
Ah.
Think of it like our
Okay.
solar system, 9 planets surrounded by an impenetrable gas that makes everything inside of it go crazy and lose their mind. You're up, Tech Reese.
Are there other better planets in this system?
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know about
Okay.
better, but there's others.
So, how far can I move? 6 squares?
6 meters, so you can move.
Yeah, 6 squares.
You could move right up alongside Atticus if you wanted to.
Okay, then I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna shoot because may shoot Atticus, so I'm gonna hit him with a hammer.
Go for it.
Damage 6. So you do 1. Oh, he is dead now.
Aw.
And that's it.
I'm glad Lost chose to let me die. He doesn't know.
Well then.
Let's just keep him on the rules. Oh, you killed him. Haha.
Well,
I
I mean,
believe our
at
mission is
least,
done here, Tech
at-
Priest.
at least he.
Tech Priest needs to kill the guy who just killed, a good guy.
Y'all gonna have like
Yeah,
a death match now?
Oh, Obasiah was my master here.
Oh.
Just an O. Yep, I guess we're killing.
Are
each
you
other. One of us
fucking
is-
serious? Okay.
Oh, it's a good thing he can't shoot me in melee, right?
You have a galvanic rifle. I don't believe that's going to work in melee.
Then I take a step back and I shoot him, knowing this.
Laxi can
can't
stab him
change
as he steps
decisions.
back.
Well, I wouldn't know he's attacking me yet, so
Fair enough.
Oh, so he can.
Okay,
step back,
so
but
we're
the
really
guy
killing
can't
each other
touch
now. Okay.
might as well at this point.
All right. So, Atticus, you take 9. So.
Let me pull out what exactly this weapon does.
Oh boy.
I have to go look at the weapon traits.
Oh,
This
so it didn't
weapon
do
is
anything to the
rapid.
enemies?
It. Oh. No. But now that you're killing each other, it will.
Since we're going completely off the rails and going full blown murder hobo, fuck it. This was the end of the story, by the way. So.
That's yeah.
Y'all
Well, I
could
hope you
ju-
didn't have any plans for these characters.
No, these
You
are
killed him.
these are one shots. We'd never
Let's
see them again.
Where is the weapon?
Yeah, because they're all dead
trait?
now.
Well, that's very true. That's very true. As is half the
It's like,
population.
oh,
of the-
should I shoot the one that's guaranteed or shoot the one that I could kill my friend? Yeah. Okay.
You did ask to be saved.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
You did.
and I okay. Next time I will, in my head and out loud, point to the guy who I meant, not the shoot the giant bolt gun directly at me. I'm standing behind this guy.
Dude, this entire campaign, my bolt gun's been shooting one person and one person only.
No, it's been shooting multiple people when we went into the little hobo dungeon.
Where the fuck is this hobo word coming from all of a sudden?
I don't know. It's a D&D thing.
Murder hobo, it's when we just go around killing everything for no apparent reason other than we can kill anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
You were borderline murder hobo this time.
No,
certainly
he was a
not.
murder hobo this time.
I
I
was
mean,
following
walked up, like,
exactly
up
what my character would have done.
I liked it right up until the point he shot Pastor Sweeney in the face. And then I was like, oh, come on, man.
I didn't even have internet, so I don't actually know what happened there. All I know is he shot him. I'm like,
So
okay.
Chris fucked up and told us too much, and that made me kill the
JJ
guy early.
misinterpreted what I said.
Ah, yes,
I mean, the first guy that he shot, that both of us shot, did tell us, please come back after. I want to know how you did. So it's kind of hard to believe that he didn't know we were going to get ambushed there. Because
He
definitely
knew-
sounded
he
like
knew
he knew
you
we were going to
guys-
get ambushed there.
I mean, in all fairness, he knew you guys were looking for trouble. You showed up on the planet. She's looking for heretics. He knows they're doing something fucked up. He doesn't know what, but your type of people, you're like the fucking space Gestapo. It doesn't take much for you guys to just find heresy.
Hold
So-
on. Follow me here. Based on what you literally just said, imagine we're the police, we're the detectives, and we show up, and here is our witness or like part of our investigation.
Right.
It's like, hey, we're looking for bad guys. Oh, I know where some bad guys are. How does that not make them guilty by association?
Because he
wouldn't
knows
go
where the
that
drug
far.
dealers are. He sent
wouldn't
you
go
to the
that
drug
far, though.
dealers. That doesn't mean he has anything. Everybody in this fucking.
I'll go as far as to say, though, his comment about please come back and see me, I want to know how it went, that's what ticked me off.
The reason he wanted
To
you to
believe he
come
was part of
back
them.
is they were direct competitors with his group, and he was hoping that you would kill them, which he knew you probably would once you got over there.
And for the
His-
record,
his choice of words were terrible.
they were heretics.
Well, they were. He knew you guys were going to have problems with him. Now, he wasn't as bad. You guys would have killed him anyway because you killed his team. But he was
So
not
how
as...
is that a problem?
It just made the story a little more difficult because he was going to be the one that introduced you to everybody. And then you just fucking blew his face off.
So why didn't you change his character a bit?
It's not my character. I didn't make the guy. I had to go with what I was given.
Oh, well, the writing that you got wasn't great. then, I
Well,
guess.
not only that, but y'all did a couple of things that kind of derailed things. Like you guys were supposed to meet Zol, not her, but because of the way it worked out, y'all followed one group and ended up either I misspoke, I don't remember. The transition was fucked up. Y'all were supposed to end up with Zol, but you ended up with Tybalt instead. And if y'all had ended up with Zol, you would have ended up in the same place you ended up. When you went to Tybalt, you would have bypassed that whole place. So I had to get you over there. So he sent you over there.
That's how it got fucked up then. Because
Well,
we would
yeah,
have
but
never
you would
been
have-
there in the first place.
You would have bypassed the. I mean, you technically would have probably in the end because I would have probably sent him over. But there were two gangs in town. One was providing real water, and one was providing what looked like real water, but was actually made from humans. So they were at each other's throats. It was only a matter of time before it blowed over.
But I guess what I'm saying is that's not a failure of the character playing through the role. That's a failure of the story.
At
I
the same
guess.
time, though, it was Pyro's first time DMing, so it happens.
Otherwise, you have to make the case for railroading.
No, you guys did fine, and I think I did okay. It was a confusing transition for me, and I'm trying to read really quickly. This is part of the reason I want the books instead of a PDF. Is it's easier to flip to a book than it is to try and find your spot in a 40-page PDF.
I also just think you're I think you're more than capable of creating this shit on your own. I don't think you have to follow somebody
I will.
else's.
This was
I
the
agree
test
with
to
that.
see if we liked the universe. I love the universe. I think it's great.
I like Warhammer lore. I don't like the rule set that it has. It's very unnecessarily complicated. I like D&D's D20 plus whatever is better with
A little
modifiers.
heavy on the friendly fire.
Yeah, I mean, granted, it's guns, so
Granted, you could have shot the other guy, and I could have stabbed
Yeah,
him,
but
and
at
we
the
coulda
same
walked
time,
away,
it's
But now my head's gone, and now your head's gone.
Well-
his head's going to be one of the heads are gone. There's one. head left.
For the ridiculousness, I didn't apply the dying rules. There were ways for y'all to survive that, but
Yeah, don't shoot at me. Step one.
I also don't know how every one of those campaigns isn't going to just turn into murder hoboing because the
And-
world is.
In
And
Warhammer,
Warhammer,
a lot
Murder
of it
hobo is the baseline.
in this universe, a lot of it's going to be more combat related. So it's going to
But
be a
that's
hell of a
not-
lot more combat.
that's what he's
related.
saying though. Is like it seems like the Warhammer universe on its own just sets us up for, oh, he's a bad guy, kill him. Oh, he's a bad guy, kill him. Oh, he's a bad guy, kill him. Oh, there's no real
Yes, but
there's no
can
real good guys in this universe.
There may not be good guys, but there's different shades. You don't have to summarily execute everyone you see either. And there's different ways to go about, Like, for instance, depending on your class, you know, some of you are going to want to torture somebody. In this, you could have joined the guys that you killed, depending on how y'all went about it.
I mean, the way our characters were written, I don't
Yes.
ever see a way we would have joined them because they're heretics. The way,
But I mean, that
we-
was deliberate for how they wrote the story.
yeah, there's no reason for us to join them. We got
Well, you wouldn't realize
Sister
they
of
were
Battle who's
heretics.
going for heresy. We found heresy. The tech priest told us it was heresy. She agreed it was heresy. We killed everyone.
You wouldn't have realized it was heresy until you got to the basement, though. And they're not going to
Oh, yeah,
show
we
you the
did.
basement when you first join.
We
So-
didn't kill anyone until the basement.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, is you would have joined them before you saw the basement. You wouldn't have
Well,
known.
Why?
Oh, as
You
soon as we
dropped the
joined
one
them,
guy
we
who
saw
wouldn't
that
give
and
you
killed them.
information immediately. But
Okay, but he was being a pervert, so he got that. He got what was coming to him.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying you can't say you didn't kill anyone until you got to the basement.
We
I
didn't
just-
kill anyone for no reason. Before we
Like that's the part of me that I never understand why you have to make a lot of allowances in your decision making in order to make a story function in a post-apocalyptic scenario. Because 9 times out of 10, when you remove all forms of trust from an environment, no one can trust each other. They're just going to kill each other.
Yes, but the problem you got to realize is when you kill everybody, you're going to dead end a lot of stuff. So if this had been a larger campaign, by killing Sweeney, the other guy would have just run away, and you probably would have shot him, and you never would have found out about the church. Which means you would have had to go and do another, series of investigations to find the church, and then you might not have found it. If you hadn't shot the guy until after he showed you church, which you did, to be in all fairness, you can interrogate these people and stuff in slightly different ways. You don't have to kill them all.
But that's also assuming, one, that I want to know that information, and two, if they're handing out water like crack like that, then I'm not going to just find that out by everyone around the corner.
True. I mean,
Yeah, but in a place of several million people.
Who-
One
by- yeah.
building.
By the way, that story is literally fucking impossible.
how so?
You have no food supply, no water supply, and yet you somehow have millions and billions of people. It just doesn't make any fucking
he did
sense.
say
Well,
cannibalism was rampant.
there
So
That still
is-
doesn't make
food.
sense.
There is some water. It's just it's a scarce resource. So people are getting emancipated, and like I said, this planet was not always this bad. The warp has twisted it. So it's one of those situations where you were probably at capacity and then things kind of broke down. There's also a farm planet in the system that provides food and a few other things. So it's bad, but it's like Holocaust level bad. Like, people are starving, but there is food and there are people who are getting around, and mainly it's the people who, like the gangs and stuff, who are controlling everything.
Okay, so 2 things. Keep in mind. One, if we're going to draw a comparison to the Holocaust, fine. My point being, in the Holocaust, you didn't have reproduction. It wasn't going to be reproducing like mad. And 2, if you can't supply people with enough water and food and all of that, their bodies start to literally shut down to the point that they will do nothing but fight to try and eat.
Right. And that's the thing is, you have a lot of warlords and gangs that are set up kind of like these guys who control their little piece of the population. So you've got this all over the planet. Plus, you've got all the villages like the fishing village here that share what they have, plus the farm planet that throws some food its way. It's just, there is plenty of food if everybody were to share and it to get around equally, but the gangs and things like that, plus the bureaucracy, plus just the evilness of man all getting involved, makes it where there's a lot of shortages. So plus you've also got the chaos cults, the death cults, the cannibalism, the straight out fucking whacked out demons and shit. So there's a lot to it.
A gun during feeding time, not distributing the food.
I just think that it's more. It's kind of like reading a teenage angst film. It's like, okay, yeah, I get it.
It's just not for you. That's fine. I get it. You know, everybody has their different stuff that they like. For me, I like the Warhammer universe. I can't. Harry Potter doesn't do it for me. You like Harry Potter. I
Harry
just can't
Potter
get into
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't have to make sense. You don't have to break it down to like the. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. All right, are we done with the combat here? Or are we
Well,
still
I
trying
guess
to
I
kill
just
each other?
I have a problem because I have to assume a character and I have to play out that character in a world that doesn't make any sense, and I have to just enjoy it.
You did fine. I didn't have any issues with how you played tonight. I thought you did great. I liked your character. I thought it was hilarious. I wasn't throwing any shade with how y'all played. There's a million different ways you can play this shit. You went the hardcore alpha bitch. That was fine. I thought it was great.
Well, I guess we're just gonna keep shooting each other until we both die. So
Well, he shot, so we were waiting on Lost to figure something out.
Yeah, he shot Atticus. You've got a toughness of 9. He dealt 13. Yes, 13. 13 minus 9 is 5. Added to your 3, you're at 8. You're still alive, Atticus.
He was at 10.
I was at 1, so I'd be at 6.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, because I added
okay.
2 from when he shot me.
Got it. Yeah.
I'm still okay just saying we both just shoot each other until we die because we know it's over
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
So we're
One of
just
us
gonna,
wins, and then
one of us wins and the other puts the gun to the head and that's it.
Oh, okay then.
Or we both just shoot each other enough to the point where we just both bleed out.
Exactly, Killer. Like I said, I thought JJ played a great psychopath. I liked it. I think he would make a good, I think they're called death cultists.
Ooh, the shock mole deals agonizing, but we're not going to deal with that because that adds in the whole shock factor. And not touching it.
Yeah, Jay, I think you'd be a good death cult assassin. Jay leave?
No, we're still
Or
here.
he's just being, I guess he's just not talking. Okay.
So yeah. Story over.
All right. Thoughts?
Like I said, I like the lore of the universe. The rule set is what gets me. I feel like it's just too complicated.
Isn't that something, though, that as we play it, it would make more sense?
Yeah, which is why I'm open to doing it again, because it was fun. I just think right off the bat, I didn't like being given a character, because I didn't know how to play it.
For sure.
I'd rather be able to make my own, so I know how I could play it.
Well,
think
the
that's
cool
number
thing, one of the things I really like about Warhammer that D&D doesn't have, or at least it's not explicitly, I've never seen explicitly in the rules, is something called the framework. With Warhammer, before you even make your characters, you have a group framework, and the framework is we are X, and so you make a framework for your group. So that's like, okay, we're all here looking for heresy, or we're, you know, whatever your group as a group is designed to do, that is your framework. And then once you have your framework, you plug characters into that framework. And if you want a character, because I think that's what happens to us a lot in D&D, is me and you get on different pages because we want to do different things that our character wants to do, because we made characters that don't necessarily fit a framework.
Yeah, well, that for D&D, that just comes down to us not really talking. We got to do a better job of when we're making a party actually discussing
Right.
what we want, because it is a thing in D&D too. We just don't ever do it, which
Gotcha.
is our problem.
But I really like that Warhammer put that in the rules, that setting up the framework of your party before you make your character is key, and then you plug, as you're making your characters, you kind of talk and you plug characters into that framework so that no matter what, all of your characters are kind of on the same page. So you don't get somebody like a death cult assassin and, you know, a missionary on the same group, because they're just not going to work together. You know, one's going to be one chopping people up, the other one wants to put people back together. So it's nice that way. I just like the universe. It's just, there's so much. I think the only thing I didn't like tonight was I felt combat was too basic and too repetitive. We had so many minions and not enough. I think the balance was off because it just, you know, you guys, I like that you guys are really powerful and that you can mow a lot of targets down, but I feel like
that type of combat gets boring, which is why I like the nameless person's ideas, because it makes one really powerful boss that's intricate. It's got a lot to it. You got to work your way through it, and it doesn't make combat nearly as boring, because this is just, oh, we just killed 16 people. You know, all I did was shoot and stab and stab, and that was it.
Well, and to
now,
be fair,
getting
again,
abilities and stuff will help,
big
but
time.
at the same time, it comes down to, yeah, it's fun to wade through a horde of enemies every once in a while, but sometimes you just need that one boss that's gonna hold its ground and it doesn't really need backup.
Oh, true. The other thing I really like about Warhammer, especially in like campaigns, is your character can literally ascend. I mean, like at a certain point in time, depending on how the campaign has gone and whatnot, like if you're a chaos agent, either you ascend to being like a demigod or the chaos destroys you. Like there's a literal system in there that like you have to keep progressing, and if you don't make your checks, you lose to the chaos, which I think is kind of interesting. I don't know. That's kind of... Plus, I like the fact in the advanced character creation, which we didn't get into on this, but everything's based on XP. So like if you're a tier 1, then everybody gets 100 XP, and you just buy your rolls. So it's like, okay, this roll right here, if you want it, it's 20 XP. If you want to have a little bit more here, then you have to spend 10 XP to get it. You know, if you want this weapon, that's 5 XP. If you want this trait, that's 5 XP. And you can like just, it's like going to Walmart and just assembling your character that way. It's kind of cool. So I got the book. The book will give me all the rules. I'll learn all the rules over the next couple weeks. And then I've also got pre-ordered the new expansion, which adds 20 new classes. And I'll get you guys the character stuff for that, and then we can discuss what we want to do. Whether it's another one-shot, short campaign, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, JJ, did you come back, or did you just poof? Okay, he's gone. All right, well, I'm gonna stretch my legs, and I think Kat's gonna probably want dinner. Are y'all gonna play stuff tonight, or are y'all done?
I'm free to play stuff afterwards.
I'll be around.
I'd like to actually play the game.
Cool.
You know, I spent half the day downloading.
Well, give me half hour or so, and then we can probably play a couple rounds.
Sounds good. I'm gonna
work on my one shot, since I guess I'm up next.
Sounds good. All right, stream. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will see you all later.